This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe, anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
It's about comic books, movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman. Rob Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again. Please, God, no. Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts. He wrote the script. All right here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 282. According to iTunes, we're episode, whatever the name of this title is. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake's sleeping. I'm Jim.
Hey, Jim, welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
You're no Dr. Nazi, but, we'll take you.
Yeah, I had to take off because I just disagree with his politics.
Yeah. Dr. Bednar last week, residential doctor to Hobie, was here, so we want to thank him for that. He had some Game of Thrones stuff, but the most important thing is he gave a lot of relationship advice, so that was nice. So, you three guys had barbecue before this?
Yes,
it
we
was
did.
fantastic. I highly recommend Velvet Smoke Barbecue. That's the one out in Harrison. It was fantastic. The burnt ends were absolutely scrumptious.
They owe us $1,000 now.
Oh, what did you have?
Cha-ching.
I had burnt ends with an extra side of burnt ends.
Did anyone have mac and cheese?
I had the mac and cheese.
Oh, we always get mac and cheese.
Not always. It's not always as good as, say, your wife's homemade mac and cheese.
That's true. You do like my wife's cheesy goodness. We named an episode after that. What did you get, Jeff?
Did we really?
Yeah. It was at the Comic Expo.
Okay.
It was after like day 2. I think we were exhausted. We're like, yeah, it's a good title.
Yeah, cheesy goodness. We'll for that.
Brisket and burnt ends.
I do love a good barbecue.
Got the bread pudding as a side.
How was that?
Yeah.
I'm not a big bread pudding fan.
Well, you're wrong, because bread pudding is the best dessert ever made.
How about Jell-O?
Over
No.
bread pudding? What the fuck are you on?
No, I'm not saying. The green Jell-O is good.
No.
The ones with roofies in it are good. Anyways.
You only think it's the color that makes it different.
I don't want to eat Jell-O around you.
Too late. Hi, Jim.
What happened that night?
I don't know. Because I had some too.
We just passed out in the middle of the floor.
Anyways.
Oh, that's your old apartment way back when. That was commonplace.
Yes. When we were much younger.
Yes.
Passing out in Jell-O together?
Yeah. I had a Jell-O pole.
Ew.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Some nights on special occasions, I had a pudding pole. Anyways, moving on.
Well, I could have gone a lot of directions with that
Yes,
comment,
please don't.
but I'm not.
Is this domestic violence or just Jello wrestling gone wrong?
Bobo.
Jello wrestling gone wrong. Okay, just keep it down, guys.
Anyways, moving on. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Thanks, everybody that's new that start listening. We appreciate that. Anybody? First off, let's do the breath of silence for 2 people. Bart Starr and Bill Buckner. Man, we whiffed on that one. Anyways.
It's like it went through our legs.
Yes.
Bill Buckner was a career 295 hitter. He's one of 5 people from 82 to 92 to hit over 300 during that time period. But only people say about him is a ball went through his legs.
Yep.
Because
Because it was at an inopportune time.
Game 6
Boston fans
of the World
suck.
Series.
Yep.
Yeah, never mind the fact that a lot of things went wrong before that ball got hit to him with runners on base and everything else. So it's not his fault.
Well, it was his fault to miss it, but leading
That
up to
one.
that, it was not his fault.
Correct.
It's like the Cubs can't blame their loss on that one game to the idiot in the stands.
Idiot with the headphones.
Bartman.
Yep, Steve
Bartman.
Bartman.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because Alex Gonzalez didn't field the ball at shortstop.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I'm sick and tired of people blaming Bartman and Bill Buckner when both those teams have since won World Series, so they can just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. You can't rent here anymore.
Yeah.
Is that coming from a team that hasn't won a World Series?
Jilted Cleveland Indians fan? Yes.
Bill
Rest-
Buckner
rest
was
in
only
peace, Chief
69
Walker.
years old and died of dementia.
What?
Well, he had dementia.
Well,
at
did
the
you
end.
know that?
Get out. Get out.
Boo.
Get out.
I'm so sorry.
Go make fun of Worsley. at
Actually,
least.
you know what? I could go back to sleep. My
What
belly's
is
so-
with you guys? You
my
have some
belly's
barbecue and
so
you're all
full.
asleep?
We had a lot of barbecue.
Well, that's all right. I told my wife that you guys were going to the barbecue place. I was like, yeah, I really wanted to try that place. I've never tried it. She's like, why didn't you go? I was like, I didn't know that was on the table for an option.
Well,
Damn it.
We did a pretty good job. We got there, we ordered, and then they closed because they were out of food.
Yeah.
Ah.
True story.
People tried to get in, sign, we are now closed.
Was it just you guys in there then?
There was one
Two
other.
two
Oh,
other
okay.
people.
So you guys ate them out of the restaurant.
Yes.
Good job.
That's
Good
right.
job. So you did not plateau this week, Jeff.
I don't know. I might have.
You might.
I might have went down from last week. Well, the Sunday counts as this week.
Yeah.
So no, I did not plateau this week.
Okay. Yeah.
Between Sunday and today, yeah.
Well, I was thinking while I was enjoying my burnt tips, I was sitting there thinking about how that place really needs to combine with a small microbrewery. It'd be
Yeah.
like a small microbrewery and Velvet Smoke Barbecue. Trademark.
Oh.
Let's run the gas station out of business so we can put a brewery in that.
right.
That's true. The barbecue place is next to a gas station.
That's
all he
That's
says.
the only thing.
Bring
that you would
municipal down.
Keep, yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
Anyways, so your ups this week, I guess, was the barbecue place?
Now it is.
Okay, good call. Good call.
It's that, and then a nice party on Sunday where only a few things got broken in the bathroom.
Yes, I had my annual Memorial Day party. Blake was not invited because he never shows up. I would have invited you. And even my wife goes, did you invite Blake? I was like, he always goes to that fucking Beatles thing in Louisville.
I did.
Did you go again?
Yeah, I only
thought-
went for one day this year.
Oh.
So you could have been here Sunday.
I was recovering from my Beatles fest from
So
Saturday,
explain what you go to
where-
every year.
where I drank for 9 hours because I was binging.
Well, yeah, if you're listening to Beatles music, you have to.
All right, so
Ugh.
every
Get out.
year
Sorry.
down
Get
in
out.
Louisville, across Louisville now in Jeffersonville, they got Abbey Road on the River. It's an annual Beatles festival where they start like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and all that kind of fun stuff. But I've limited it down to like maybe 1 or 2 days because a lot of the stuff in the acts I've been there 8 years in a row now.
Mm-hmm.
No, 7 years in a row now. So, well, I missed 1 year. I was in Iceland. No, yeah, just one. So
That was a good story.
7 out of
And
8
that is
years
it.
now.
All right,
Wait,
but
6, 7.
Hold on.
Wait, no.
Follow the flow chart of my story. No, never mind. No, but anyways, but seriously, so it's
Did
Abbey
your
Road-
wife go?
Yeah, we usually we go. So
I thought she usually went.
yeah, so we went up this year. We just went up on Saturday, and we started off with Peter Asher from Peter and Gordon. And if you don't know who Peter Asher is, you should really go research the guy because he's one of those remarkable talents, in the music industry, starting back in the '60s. His sister Jane Asher is a famous actress in England and like in the '60s and all that kind of fun stuff. Who dated Paul McCartney? Paul McCartney actually moved in and lived with them. Can you imagine? Like your parents feeling sorry for you dating their daughter because you don't have a place to live because you're living with 4 other knuckleheads in a rock band. They say, "Hey, Paul, you can. We got a spare room in the attic. You can stay here. We know you're probably trying to have sex with our daughter, but stay in our attic, and life will be fine." So he does this thing he was doing with Jeremy from Chad and Jeremy from the music duo back in the day, and but unfortunately Jeremy couldn't get in because I guess he couldn't get a work visa because of Trump's policies and all that kind of fun stuff. So but Peter Asher was able to be there because he's a naturalized American citizen. But anyway, Peter Asher. So Peter and Gordon were a big duo back in the '60s.
Where's Gordon now?
He's he passed away. So
He's a fisherman.
He's dead. You know,
They're
he's
not
in
Gorton.
Oh.
Gordon.
You sure it's not Gordon's fisherman?
I'm not sure. But
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But what is pretty interesting is the fact that Paul McCartney used to write Peter and Gordon's songs, and so when they would perform his songs, they go straight to number one, and in the song credits it'd be Paul McCartney. So John Lennon, basically mocked Paul and said, the only reason Peter and Gordon, the only reason your guys' songs are going to number one is because Paul's writing them. People see Paul's name on it and they buy it. So Paul's like, okay, I thought it was because I'm a good songwriter, John.
Thanks, John.
So so Paul goes to release his next song and says, "Oh, by the way, Peter, since I'm done having sex with your sister, I wrote this song for you." I said, "Release it under an anonymous one and see what happens if it goes to number one." And it did. It went to number one, and Paul's like, "Fuck you, John." So it was pretty funny. He's got plenty of stories like that. So basically, there's a lecture with songs and performances, and he talks an awful lot about the music history. He actually opened up Indica, which was the modern art museum or display that he and his buddies ran, and Paul would come in and help out every once in a while. And he's part of the guys that invited Yoko Ono, this Japanese American performance artist. So
it's his fault that the Beatles broke up.
Yes, he does. He does admit
Wasn't
that. Kind
she
of
there
tongue
last
in
year?
cheek. No, she will never come to that. Are you kidding?
Oh no, it
me?
was the art. Her art was there, right?
Yeah, well, her art was there.
Art,
John
in
Lennon's
quotations.
sister was there. I mean, everybody that's associated usually shows up. But this year is pretty.
Have the Beatles themselves been there? The living
no,
ones?
I'm waiting for the day. At least
there any
somebody
left?
shows up. There's at least two.
Can't wait for George to show up.
Yeah, but a lot of this year they featured all these Brazilian bands that were Beatle cover bands that were there this year.
Singing in Portuguese?
No, doing regular covers. I mean, they have the usual acts that are there every year, like the Newbies, Britbeat, All You Need Is Love guys, and all that kind of fun stuff. So by the time we got done with the Peter Asher, story and music thing, it was like 3:00 in the afternoon. So the next 9 hours, we Beatle binged out and drank crazily and Ubered it all over the place and back to the hotel. So I spent Sunday recovering, and that's just one of the many things I did all weekend. And thank God I got to go to work today so I can relax.
Jim, any ups for you
Besides
the party and barbecue?
Party, barbecue.
That's about it.
We had a great softball game. I want to give props to the team. I did what a great manager does, and I didn't play myself,
Good man.
and we won.
Good man.
And mainly because you weren't there either.
Correct. May not be-
Mainly because Fish's hits.
Oh, yeah.
Fish, who is a correspondent. He will be the new Disney correspondent for Hobie.
He loves the Brazilians.
Brazilian waxes?
No, people from Brazil.
Oh, okay.
They are the best customers at Disney.
Really? There's some Disney insight. Anyways, moving on. Blake did forget one thing for the up this week.
Oh, what did I forget?
You were really excited about the new Terminator trailer.
Oh, yeah. Man, I hope there's time travel.
Dark Side of the Moon or whatever it's called. Terminator, Dark Rising, Deep Rising.
Dark of the Moon, I like that one.
Dark of the Moon. We're going to Dark of the Moon.
Yeah.
So
Terminator 7.
Yeah.
Terminator Deep Impact?
Yes. I would like to see that.
Terminator Planet of the Apes.
Where you are the endangered species.
Terminator. Terminator in Congo. No.
The Terminator Planet of the Apes mashup. I'd like to see that.
You know what? All these ideas are better than what they showed on that trailer. Because Sarah Connor came out again.
Sarah Connor.
Who's playing Sarah Connor in this one?
Same one.
Linda
Are you
Hamilton?
Sarah Connor?
Yep.
Oh, it's Linda Hamilton.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
She's old.
Yeah, but she looks like she kicks some ass. Schwarzenegger's in it. He's alone in a cabin in the woods. They find him.
Take my hand.
Did anybody see the video of Schwarzenegger at that
The Special Olympics?
the Special Olympics when the guy drop kicks him?
Yes.
Yeah, what
What-
was up
what?
with that?
No.
I actually saw it, and it didn't really
We'll
move
put
him
it,
that much.
I'll put that on our Facebook page.
Yeah, this guy comes like Schwarzenegger's there, like taking pictures, guys at the Special Olympics, and he's celebrating everything, and he's filming it, and then from his camera you see him, he gets like jostled, and and then they show from the other angle, this guy just comes running and yells something. He's like, it was some type of protest he was doing.
I want a Lamborghini.
That's what he yells?
Yes.
I
Yes.
want a Lamborghini.
And he
Yes.
drops kicks
Protest. Are you sure it
Schwarzenegger.
wasn't a contest? Drop kick Schwarzenegger and get a Lamborghini?
I mean, and he hits him.
Schwarzenegger didn't know about it.
He hits him pretty well, and the guy drop kicks him. And he falls to the ground, and like this, a couple security guys pounce on him real quick.
Oh, yeah, they beat the shit. Well, they pummel him, yeah.
Yeah, and Schwarzenegger kind of like falls forward like about a foot, and then turns around.
He's
Just-
like,
he's pretty much thought he just got jostled into. So the guy had no effect on him.
he wasn't even mad about it. He's like,
No.
yeah, oh, well.
Oh no,
whatever.
his real thought was,
Yeah.
I just thought somebody like bumped into me, and then he looked around. These guys are like pummeling this guy.
They were pummeling. And you know what? I have no issue with that.
Neither do I. You're gonna be an idiot and do something like that. You should get beat on.
Yeah, it's like what we talk about when they get into the wrestling ring,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
they're shocked that they're getting beat up by 240-pound muscle men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Or even if they run on the baseball or football fields, and then all of a sudden somebody decides to tackle the shit out
Yes.
of them.
And the best is when the umpires do it, or the field crew.
Not like when the players do it.
Well, I agree,
The
but it's
players
also
hurt, but I like when you see like the cops when they actually make a good hit on a guy.
yeah, yeah. So that, and you know what the best part is though, Schwarzenegger afterwards he goes, don't retweet this picture, this video. He's like, retweet this video, and he starts showing all the athletes of the Special
Oh,
Olympics.
yeah.
I was like, good for you.
He's like, "Hey, don't worry about this. Here, let's pay attention to where it should be. The
Yeah.
attention should be on the kids
Yeah.
and what they're doing.
But he does realize that the only video I'm going to watch is the one of him getting drop kicked.
And what
Oh,
we're going
100%. Yeah.
and what we're going to put on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Damn it. At the History of Bad Ideas on Facebook. Also on Twitter at Bad Ideas Podcast. Follow us. Give us a like on iTunes. We appreciate it. And a review.
Is he just doing that to stay on his ex-wife's good side?
Maria Shriver. I actually think Schwarzenegger has a lot of good in him. I don't think he's Darth Vader.
No, that was either David Prowse or James Earl Jones.
Oh. No, I actually think... Thank you, Jeff. I actually do think that he, he just likes the women and, he just can't stay committed. But, good for him.
Well, he is a big, muscular guy. I mean, I'm sure a lot of women throw themselves at him.
Yes.
Anymore? He looks like a leather Muppet.
Or if they just happen to be available.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of women who are like housekeepers throwing themselves at him.
Well, sex with the boss brings fringe benefits, doesn't it?
George Costanza slept with a maid. I mean, with and so did Jerry Seinfeld. He slept with a maid in one of the episodes.
Yeah.
Anyways, that Terminator film looks like shit. Why are we doing this again?
No, no,
you saying
we've
it's a
moved
good
on
thing?
from that. We're talking about other things.
Okay, Jim, you and I can talk real quick. AEW, All Elite Wrestling had Double or Nothing pay-per-view this weekend.
Yes.
Dean Ambrose showed
John
up.
Moxley.
Yes, showed up at the end and beat up Jericho, the referee, and got into a brawl with Kenny Omega. And after the main event, after Jericho won.
So he's supposed to be a bad guy.
No, he's like a Stone Cold, doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And
So a
that's-
bad guy.
Yes, but that people love.
But
That-
he's a bad, because if you beat up on Jericho, you're a bad guy.
That
in my
is true.
eyes.
He's on the list. You're on the list.
Did you see his comments afterwards?
Moxley?
Yeah.
No.
Talking about how he came out and he's like, I'm now breathed for the first time in a long time. And he goes, this is going to change.
He's singing Kelly Clarkson lyrics.
Yes.
I would pay money to see him do that.
Like All Elite Wrestling is going to change, and you have people coming up, people want to be here. This is new for wrestling, and this is what they call a paradigm shift.
Well, Goldust did the same thing. It was like getting out of prison.
Yeah.
Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, he's no longer.
I was about to say.
Dustin
Who are we
Runnels?
talking about? I know who you're talking about now.
He's 50 years old because WWE said, you can't wrestle anymore. He went out and had one of the best matches of the year with his brother Cody Rhodes, and everybody said it was about 5 stars, and it was great. So
he bloodied himself up good for it.
yeah. I'm waiting for somebody to get a staph infection after that. They did change the ring.
Yeah, they had
afterwards.
to.
But, I mean, it was really, and they did emphasis on tag team wrestling. It was nice to see. And then I was like, well, let's see how WWE retaliates the next night. Well, Brock Lesnar comes out, uses the Money in the Bank briefcase like a boombox, which is funny because he was dancing. And that's about as funny as he's gotten in years.
And then Shane McMahon punched some people.
Yeah, he beat up Roman Reigns' cousin.
Yeah.
Is that what he goes by? Roman Reigns' cousin?
I forget what it is. Inaki?
That's all they're allowed to talk to about now. It's Roman Reigns. Who are you? I'm Roman Reigns' cousin. Okay, that's good.
I thought Roman Reigns' cousin was named The Rock.
You know what? It started off well because I kept flipping back and forth. They started off well because Dolph Ziggler attacked Kofi Kingston, and he's got a title match next week in Saudi Arabia, which would go over well. And but Dolph Ziggler, I love. The first half hour was him and Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston just fighting everywhere. That was awesome. I was like, this is what you need, like just chaos. And then it just died after that.
Is this the point where, like, when we're talking RPGs that I ask you about, are there Ents?
Yes, you can. There is an Ent. His name is the Big Show.
I thought his name was Kali.
It could be the Kali. It could be the Great Kali.
Well, I was just happy he's mentioning Xavier Woods, and I was just thinking, oh yeah, he's played in the Dungeons and Dragons in the Acquisitions Incorporated and all the last two PAX things. So I'm like, it's cool.
The wrestler?
The wrestler.
Yeah, he's big into game. He has up, down, I think, or something like that.
Okay.
He
Up, left, right.
So it's based on that. He does a good job. Like, he is a pretty big nerd.
He had a character who loved cheese.
Really?
He wanted to be paid in cheese.
Real quick, and then the rest of the thing was, it was the first 120 minutes of the episode, there was one match, I think.
Yeah.
Holy
two matches.
crap.
It was awful.
2 matches in 2 hours?
They finally had, I'm sorry, there was four matches. One was 9 minutes. One was 3 minutes. One was 6 minutes. And I think the final one was 20 minutes, which was main event. And the big news is Sami Zayn, they had like this electric chair where fans could ask any questions. And people were asking these questions, and it was stupid. And then he's like, you can ask me anything. You can even ask me about AEW. And everybody went, oh, shit. The rumor is that it was not scripted, and he went off record, and supposedly Vince McMahon's pissed off. Which, if that's the case, good. Sammy just got himself fired. Good job, Sammy.
Or he won't fire him because that's what he wants.
Yeah.
He's trying to get fired.
I think that. I think it's. I think it was meant. He was meant to say it.
If it's on TV in promo, it's meant to be said. But
Yeah,
we'll see.
They're going to try and use anything to ignite to the Monday Night Wars or whatever to get their viewership back up too.
Yeah. But it's not good. But the best part is, as soon as they said it, the first thing that Google trended in the next 15 minutes, what is AEW was the number one trend. I was like, that's awesome.
Well, apparently not enough people knew what the hell he was talking about.
Oh, no, I think people do.
Well, then why would they ask, what is AEW?
Because you have the casual person that tunes in.
That's what I just said.
Anyway,
I mean, if
moving
it was
on.
the highest trend,
did you
that
watch
means-
all the matches on the Double or Nothing?
I did not see I saw the last 3, and then I saw 1 or 2 like in between.
Okay, I was wondering if the Luchasaur was wrestling.
He was
I think
in.
it was one of the first matches.
He was in the Rumble, I think, the Battle Royal.
Yeah,
He was in the Battle Royal. That Hangman Page one. He goes against Jericho for the title.
Judas Drazen.
Oh, really?
Yes, the guy from Big Brother.
Big Brother season, whatever.
Oh, is that him?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
finished second or third in
I like the name Luchasaurus.
the Luchasaurus.
Does he come out dressed as a T-Rex or anything?
He has a mask and paint.
That would be pretty cool if he comes out wearing a T-Rex head.
Yeah,
T-Rex.
T-Rex
costume.
How about the
Costume.
T-Rex costume, the inflatable one?
Yeah.
That's it.
And then if he wrestled in it, I'd even give him more points.
Blake, in Japan, there's a guy that wrestled an Invisible Man one time.
That sounds great.
He sold the shit out of it. And the crowd was into it. There's another time that somebody wrestled a sex doll that was dressed up like in bikini and that.
Uh-huh.
And that was pretty damn funny and
I'd watch that
sad.
too.
Just the sex doll.
No, the match.
I like the match where the guy grabbed him by his junk and then he just like twisted.
Oh, that's Joey Ryan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He has the magical penis.
Yes.
Yeah, I was concerned about that. Someone
also-
shared that in a
Uh-huh.
online chat from what the hell is that called? The
Reddit.
Movie Trivia Schmodown.
Oh,
had a
okay.
thing, and they have their little wrestling characters, and then they compete in movie trivia. Well, somebody like showed Joey Ryan or
Yeah.
whatever his name flips 5 people with his penis.
Yes. And then the best is
And I'm like, why are these people grabbing each other's junk? I don't get it.
he also pulls a sucker out of his pants, and one of his finishing moves is sticks it in the guy's mouth.
Great.
Was that as good as the?
Stop it, not the tampon. We're not talking about that. Not talking about that.
Was that as good as like the match where like the 10 people just stuck their thumbs in the person's butt in front of them?
That was awful, too. That was awful.
like it was just a long line of people. Next side's like ah.
And the sad thing is, one or two of them were like ex-WWE guys.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, my God.
It's just this long line of 10 guys don't get, and then like just the front guy just kind of like, I don't know, when he farts or whatever,
Yeah,
and everybody goes
falls.
falling down.
High class, baby.
I know exactly the clip you're talking about. I watched it. It was funny.
Yes. Anyway.
What a great ending to the Wrestle Talk. You put that back on our webpage again so people have a reference.
I did watch the Hot Zone last night on National Geographic.
TNT had a Star Wars marathon
I saw
all
that.
weekend.
I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
I turned on and saw the fan minutes. I went, ugh, get it off.
delete.
Get away, get away.
I turned it on to watch Han Solo die.
Oh, I did see that part too.
Spoiler.
Oh,
Michael Liao
Miguel
stopped listening
Liao.
5 minutes ago.
Sorry.
Did anyone see the Hot Zone?
I don't even know what you're
No.
talking
What are you
It's
about.
Julianne Margulies. It's based on true.
Margulies?
Yeah, it's kind of filmed like a documentary based on a true story. It's about when Ebola first made it to the U.S. in 1989. And it's a 3-night miniseries. It's 6 episodes. They do 2.
Did everybody die?
No, it was in a lab and like how they contained it and how they discovered it. It was pretty cool. So
That just was released now?
came out last night. 2 episodes and then 2 nights tonight.
Because now that you mentioned that, it's like, okay, I remember when Juliana Margulies signed on to that.
Yeah, it was based on the book from a long time ago.
I heard it's inspired by true events.
Topher, and
Everything's inspired by true
I
events.
did read like what's the difference in that, and they did some of it. Most of it is pretty accurate. They said the one guy in the show gets sick from it that
Yeah.
was working at the place that had the monkeys. He actually did get sick from diabetes, not from Ebola. So they kind of made up that, and then the couple of the scientists they kind of blended into one person or two.
They never do that based on true stories.
No, but you know what? That I have no problem with. It keeps it easy, contained, and that. But yeah, I mean, it's Topher Grace is in it. I was like, what the hell is he doing?
Well, he was the original Venom.
That's true.
He was the original symbiote.
Maybe it was Ebola that he had, not Venom, not the Venom symbiote.
That's true. You know, so but yeah.
Like I said, it's good. It's not great, but it's good. So, anything else, Jeff? You got anything?
Nope.
Oh, talking about stuff we just watched. So Sunday, I was waiting for Jeff before we went out to get some dinner, and I turned on, watched the beginning of like 13 Hours, the Benghazi story.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jeff got there, so I had to turn it off. So I got up today, doing some laundry, went there, turned on the television, turned on the station that was on, and I missed 5 minutes of it.
Did you finish it?
And I watched the rest of it. It was like, well,
Oh, they all died.
damn, another spoiler
alert! Oh, sorry, Liao.
In the hot zone, I'm going to guess that they contained it in America in 1989. I'm guessing. Jim, there's some competition. Can you give some relationship advice?
To who?
Pittsburgh nerd Sean said, "If I'm looking to make whoopee with a woman in a very uncomfortable place, like the back of a Volkswagen, what is the best way to broach this subject with her?"
You get her really, really, really drunk.
Okay, moving on. Let's go,
How
Dr.
about
Bendor.
if you approach your subject, say, you want butt sex? That's all you have to do.
Is that really
all you
in the
have to do.
Volkswagen? You have to have butt sex.
Like the back of a Volkswagen. Not
No.
the back of a Volkswagen, just like the back of a... Ooh, what's that? You got a can in the way.
Is that our favorite hula
Yes.
hoop champion?
Anyway, so Jim, you're not a better doctor than Dr. Bednar.
Well, I mean, because honestly, if I was going to have to do that, because why go for the garbage dump when there's a nice playground right around the corner? So I'd have to be drunk to do it.
Let's get some listener feedback on.
He's got a point.
Listener feedback. Where you at, Jim Blake? For once, I will never say this again. Help me, Blake.
Just wait.
Help me, Obi Blake Kenobi.
That was bad.
Fine, I'll cut it out.
All right, that's the sound for your loud listener feedback, brought to you by guys who strike out in softball and don't show up to buy beer for everybody like they're supposed to.
These guys are assholes.
I wonder who that is.
Yeah, who would they be?
I don't know.
I know there are some people that strike out and buy beer like they're supposed to.
God,
That's right.
there's good teammates like that. We like those guys.
So it's first in News of the Geek.
Tubs of beer are $5 each, Jason.
What we got?
Of course, the first one we got is from that guy, Doug,
Number one fan.
A-pans.
formerly known as.
Can't give yourself a nickname.
7.
Speaking of ape hands, a couple years ago today, Harambe got killed.
A couple years ago. That was 3 years ago
Yes.
today.
Yes.
Correct. It's the anniversary.
It was sad.
Moral of the story,
Take care of your kids.
don't let your children go up to play with gorillas.
Grow up to be cowboys? What?
Well, no, gorillas.
Am I allowed to say something really bad that'll get booed by everybody who listens
Nope.
to it?
No,
Moving on.
please don't.
If each member of Hobie was a character from Game of Thrones, who would they be? Now, this is going to be kind of difficult because I don't think some people have watched Game of Thrones.
I'm
at this
Xerxes.
table.
Jeff's hot pie.
That's what I assumed it would be. I was going to see who
I
what
don't
you
know.
would
You
pick.
can't. You don't cook.
Well, I think if it was back in like medieval times, that would probably be the skill I use.
Okay.
It's just that nowadays I don't need to cook.
So, can I be the person that laid waste to a town just because I'm an asshole?
No,
Oh, is that Xerxes?
no,
Daenerys?
that is. You'd probably be more like Viserys.
No, I think you'd be like the drunken knight
He's definitely not.
Oh, what was
Littlefinger.
his name?
who helped Sansa escape.
Yeah, Dantos,
Yes.
Sir Dantos.
Okay.
No, I was going to.
Why am I? Wait, time out. Why am I that person?
Because you pretty much he was made to be the jester. He was a clown.
Oh,
It's either that or
He offended
or Queen,
someone, so they made him the court jester.
or he could be Loras Tyrell.
No, Lord.
See,
No,
this
Lord
is
Tyrell
Loras
is
is too good looking.
see, this is the best part. You
and
can
one of the
mock-
best
Well,
fighters in the
you're
Seven
put a wig
Kingdoms.
on him.
You're mocking me. This is the best part. You're mocking me, but I have no idea who these people are.
He
so
is
sure.
not the knight of the flowers.
Yeah, I think
No.
that's not mocking him. That's mocking Loras Tyrell by comparing him to Jason.
True.
I'd rather call him Renly.
Remley.
Me too.
Although, Jason, we will say
Well,
the
he-
guy who played Loras Tyrell went on to play Iron Fist.
Oh, okay. Finn guy or whatever his name is.
Yes, Finn guy.
Finn.
Is he related to Fun Guy?
But bump.
Who did you be, Blake?
Blake would be Barristan Selmy.
Oh, that could be a good one.
Yeah, I could probably do that. I can do old Barristan.
Who would Dr. Bednar be?
He would be one of the Meisters.
The Friesmeister?
Maester Crescent.
Who would I want to be?
It's not who you'd want to be. It's who would
Who
you
would
be.
I be?
Let's see. No, I was going to say Rob Stark, but no, you're not that.
I'll be the original Beric Dondarrion.
The original, before they got a different actor, and
Yes.
No. Jim would be Mummer number 2.
Jim would be the actor in the play who was complaining about the wart on his private parts.
In Bravos?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just paid attention at the wrong time on that.
Yes, you did.
What else?
Thanks, guys. I like that one.
Next one we got from Bob. Just
Bob.
People online are signing a petition to get Danny DeVito to play Wolverine in the upcoming films. Have online petitions gone too far, or is this awesome?
This is awesome.
I think this
and online petitions have gone too
So
far.
your answer is yes.
And yes.
I think this one's in jest because of the online petition.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes.
Original idea was in 89 or 90 when they were trying to get the X-Men film made originally was Bob Hoskins.
I do know.
I did
yeah.
hear that.
I could see that.
I still like Chris Benoit before he killed his family.
Well,
and
yes.
himself.
And then he literally became a Wolverine.
Yeah.
God.
They actually talked. There were talks of casting him.
Benoit.
Yeah.
He looked like the part.
Yeah, and his nickname was the Rabid Wolverine.
And he was Canadian.
Hey, what's that?
And he was short.
Whoa. Wolverine's Australian.
No. You have to watch more than just that one cartoon from the 91 or.
And Rogue
92.
is from Louisiana.
She's from, I think, Mississippi.
I do declare, how you done, Gambit? I wish I could touch you.
Who's that?
I am Rogue.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's Rogue.
Oh, it's
Okay,
Rogue.
yeah.
Yeah.
My
Rogue.
colors are blush and bashful.
I didn't
No,
know
Rogue-
Rogue was in Steel Magnolias.
I do declare my colors are blush and bashful.
Rogue's colors are green and white.
There's a blush and bashful. Those are olive and
So your
ivory.
colors are green and white.
olive and ivory. I do declare. Everyone south of Kentucky has to say I do declare, right? At the end of a sentence.
Oh, and if they're French or British or Australian.
Or Creole.
Yeah, from Montreal.
You say krill?
That's our krills.
Krill?
Sure.
Okay. I do declare.
All right. Corrections from Meow God at
Oh.
Meow God.
Oh, wait.
Just a correction.
Oh, sorry.
Is regarding China burning RPG books last week. When we was in the news.
Because he is
that we
over in
covered,
Asia area.
'cause, yes.
He's in Malaysia.
And the reason those RPG books get destroyed could be due to the history and names found in the books. The Chinese government controls the history with an iron grip. Try it. He who controls the past controls the future. He controls the future, controls the past.
Little rage over here.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Slip now in the fire. All right, so
Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
that's why I'm never, my vocal career never took off. Brad.
And he didn't sleep with Michael Stipe. That could have been the other reason.
Yeah, if I slept with Michael Stipe,
You
maybe
could have had an in.
I wouldn't be here right now.
More ways than one.
From Brad at Cinema Persons.
I love Lisa.
Yeah, this is the Lonely Island's Bash Brothers experience on Netflix, the best biopic so far this year.
Did you see this yet?
Yes.
What is it?
How is it? Explain what it is.
Yeah,
first.
what is it?
It's the guys from Lonely Island, and they
Sandberg.
Sandberg and the other two are.
Yeah.
in it, too.
No, I know.
Jorma
Yeah.
and the other guy.
Yeah, they play Jose Canseco and Mark McGuire, and they do songs.
Oh, is that what it is? I haven't
Yes.
seen it yet.
Oh, so that's where the Bash Brothers
Uh-huh.
thing comes in. Okay.
So is it a real biopic?
No,
Oh.
I mean it's them. Like
Playing them.
yes,
Does
I saw it because Brian Hackney and
Hackney?
Ryan Nemeth were pimping out, and it was not good.
really?
Yes.
I feel like Lonely Island might have more misses than hits.
I mean, it's pretty much.
I mean, Steven
I like
Spielberg has more misses than hits too.
That's
so.
true.
I like the fart and gross jokes as much as anybody, but that's all their songs were
Yeah.
sex and fart, and it was just kind of like,
Well, that's because that's what they think McGuire and Canseco are like.
oh, and it was pretty much lowest common denominator humor. And
So Adam Sandler humor.
pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
So you were saying it's lowbrow?
And so I highly recommend it. Everybody should watch it.
Hobie has gone the high road this week.
Everybody should watch it.
Hobie doesn't know where the high road begins.
It's in Albuquerque.
Never been to Albuquerque.
It's an exit off Albuquerque. What else we got?
The next one we have is from the Mikael Croissant. He says, How bad does Blake feel knowing that he ruined the end of Game of Thrones for me with a Facebook post after years of avoiding spoilers, awaiting the time when I would be able to watch long-form TV again? Now, before we answer this, Hobie fans, I just wanted him to know the great extensive links that I went to as not to have the end spoiler revealed for me, because I was on a sail yacht in the middle of a marina in Annapolis with no cable TV whatsoever, and I had to suffer watching an hour later after we had to clean the yacht for the next day. And on this yacht, I had to get a MacBook Pro that I had to borrow from somebody and connect it to Wi-Fi, and then have to sit there in the lone, dark holes of the yacht as I watched the final episode by myself in the dark. I suffered, Liao, so I wouldn't get spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't rent Hero anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we should probably never give spoilers on this, especially for Michael Liao.
Yeah.
Do you know they killed Old Yella?
You know, the dog dies at the end of Old
Really?
Yeller?
Yeah.
And you know, at the end of Rogue One, Cassian and Jane Erso, they die.
No. The planet blows up. You don't know if they died.
They're
They might
dead.
have survived the blown up planet.
Wait,
They're
the
dead.
Bothans, aren't they?
One of them's Manny.
Yeah, Manny Bothans gave up his life.
You know, in the Crying Game, the woman is a man.
Yeah,
What?
but which woman?
You know, in Split, Bruce Willis shows up at
No, what?
Unbreakable.
Shut up.
Whoa! Split? Oh,
I
wait,
haven't
hold
seen
on.
Split yet.
Oh,
on.
Bruce Willis shows up. And the others, Nicole Kidman and her family is actually the ghost.
What?
Wait, is that like in Sixth Sense, Bruce Willis is dead?
What?
Oh, what? He's dead the whole movie?
What?
You know, in
Holy
The Prestige,
shit.
he had a twin.
Oh, my. That's how he did those tricks.
You know, in The Happening, it was the trees.
What
You know-
happened?
Rosebud's
The
a
trees.
sled.
Rosebud was a sled?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Hey, you know, in Endgame, Spider-Man dies. Oh, wait, hold on a second. That's Black Widow.
Oh, dear God. You know,
No. That was Thor.
At least the dog
thought
lived
that
at
was
the
a
end of
Hulk.
Marley and Me.
Yeah. Did you know that in...
A Dog's Journey, the dog dies like 17 times.
Yeah.
Well,
Keeps coming back. It's
they had
different
18
dog.
different dogs playing that dog.
Hey, it's a Chihuahua. Next, it's actually a Great Dane where the Chihuahua died. Damn it!
And at the end of Babe wins the contest of sheep herding.
You know, in the Elton John biopic, he's gay?
Whoa! Do you know in
You haven't seen that yet. I don't think that necessarily is
Oh.
true.
you know in the greatest
Okay, in the Queen biopic, Freddie Mercury dies of AIDS.
What?
they actually don't show
I
him
just thought he
dying.
had a really bad cold.
You know in the greatest show on earth, it's not the greatest show on earth.
And you know the greatest showman sucks.
You know in the island, you know how they win? They turn a switch off that says "Do not turn off."
Hey, do you know in
Oh.
Lost, they were in purgatory the whole time?
They weren't.
You know in Lost, there was a polar bear. He was the mastermind. You know in Seven, there is a head in the box.
What's
No,
in the
the-
box?
Her head.
You know,
Who's had?
you know in Planet of
Gwyneth
the
Paltrow's.
Apes, it was actually the future Earth.
What?
They
Yeah.
blew it up. They blew up our planet.
Damn you!
Damn you.
You know,
What is Soylent Green?
it's people.
What?
You know,
Soylent Green is people.
you know Darth Vader.
What?
Luke's father?
No!
I was going to say Ray's grandfather.
I knew he was Kylo Ren when he said, "Hello, my name is Matt."
Undercover boss. Do you know at the end of every undercover boss, the boss gives everyone gifts and promotions
I saw somebody get fired.
at the end?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw him get fired in the middle
No,
once.
they brought him in, and they're like, "This isn't going to work out."
You know, I gave you $1 million, one employee. You could just put that towards a good healthcare system. No. You get it. Have a good day. I'm out, bitches. I quit.
That's right. Did you know Michael Liao was on a podcast?
What?
Who?
How'd that go?
What?
Now. Ah.
So what's the next question?
You know, and what we do in the shadows, there are vampires.
Yes, that's
What?
not a spoiler.
Yeah.
That's pretty much in the opening credits.
You know, in Psycho, Norman Bates is his mother.
She's dead?
No, I never said dead. He's the mother. He's a hermaphrodite.
No, she's dead.
Oh.
Is that like saying like the actual killer and Jason is actually Jason's mother?
Well, in the first one. You know, this isn't a spoiler, but it's a hot take. Vince Vaughn's Psycho was the best Psycho.
Okay, now we just went off the rails and started
down the
making
hall.
things
Sorry.
up.
Sorry.
See what he did there? See what he did there?
Okay, what's Randall
money.
Holt have to say?
Money. He's money.
What's Randall Holt have to say?
Randall Holt says, Star Trek Wrath of Khan. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Never mind. Randall Holt says, are the Star Trek movies so bad that Besotted Geek quit instead of having to review them all?
Yes.
I would not want to see them. How are the new Star Trek films? They made what, 2 of those? 3.
3.
Dude, they're highly enjoyable.
Are they?
Yeah.
They're all right.
Do you want to see the 3rd one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Just think
third
if,
one was pretty good.
Just think of the guy that did the Star Wars films, did the Star Trek films,
Yeah,
made them
yeah.
action films.
Yeah.
Get out.
It's if they took a sci-fi series and turned it into an action series.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
Okay, moving on.
But the question is, are the Next Generation films any good?
No. I can answer that. I saw those. Those were awful.
All 4 of them?
Yes. I saw 3 of them in theater.
Aren't they bringing Picard back for
It was
a
back-
series?
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah. It was at a time when I would see lots of movies in theaters. I was single in that, and I saw every single film in theaters at that theater. I was like, well, I didn't see Star Trek. I guess I'm watching that. So,
It helps when you get to see them for free.
yeah, it did help. It did help. What else we got?
Meow, God. Summon your inner meow God. Meow God says, have you watched Santa Clarita Diet? It's superb! Exclamation point. Who and how would you eat the bad guys?
With tartar sauce.
I saw the first half the first season. I enjoyed it. I just ran out of time when I was watching it.
They canceled it.
Yes, it did get canceled.
Oh,
They did, what, 2
spoiler
or 3
alert.
seasons?
3.
3.
Oh man, Liao, sorry if you're
Was
listening.
it Timothy Oliphant and
Spoilers, they eat
what's
people.
her name?
Drew Barrymore?
Drew Barrymore. Oh yeah, she's a zombie.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes.
Timothy Oliphant is the best salesman in Scranton. Mm-hmm. Loved him in The Office. No, I've not seen it.
I haven't watched it.
I think we probably would.
Yeah, she pretty much dies and wakes up a zombie and has a thirst for
Blood.
Brains.
Yeah, for
So do
human-
they kill bad guys then?
They kill random people and
Oh, that's good. So it's
Like-
like Dexter with a zombie.
oh, but they pretty much go after people who are kind of shitheads.
Okay. So all of us are screwed.
Jason would be eaten first.
Thank you. Then you.
No, I trip
Jim would
Jeff.
be the one doing the eating.
I would trip Jeff
Okay.
because you don't have to be the fastest.
You don't even have to trip me.
That's right.
Yes.
Just walk past him.
Uh-huh.
See you, Jeff.
Just don't be last.
See you, Jeff. Okay.
But how? But say you were a zombie and you had to think of an exciting way to eat somebody. How would you do it?
I would start in the Hobie Studios with burnt tips from Velvet Smoke.
I would do
Ooh.
a bear trap.
Use an outdoor microwave that Jason has in his garage.
I mean, an electric smoker?
An outdoor microwave.
Anyways, I would use a bear trap. And then once they're captured, I would just eat them. Makes it easier. I don't have to chase them then.
You would just eat them.
But the problem is, that'd be in a bear trap. You come to them, they'd probably still kick the crap out of you.
Well, I would shoot them then.
Oh, okay.
And you have to do this without getting caught.
Silencer. I could hit somebody in about 13 shots from 10 feet away. I think I could do it. Jeff, how would you eat them?
I wouldn't. I'm
Oh.
too lazy to attempt it.
Oh, so you would try to do a DoorDash for people?
Yeah, I would like come to me. Yeah, there's other entrepreneuring zombies out there. They could drop them off.
Or you could just take a list, an ad out in Craigslist. I'm sure you would have people respond.
You're right. I could.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd hire a familiar.
Ah.
I do like the idea of like a Craigslist ad looking for roommates.
And then just eating them when they
Yes,
show up.
Yes.
How often does she have to eat?
Like every episode.
What's the time frame? Every episode. Okay.
I could do that.
What else you got, Blake?
Apparently, this is sexy music.
Apparently, this is like happy, sexy music.
Turn.
Shiny, sexy music.
I thought we were listening to the Cranberries there for a second.
You know I like it. Sexy, royalty-free background music.
No wonder it's royalty free.
Happy,
Sucks.
sexy music, holding hands.
Nope.
Oh,
that
come on.
that half chub is now no chub because of that music.
Yeah,
EDM,
this is certainly not sex.
EDM doesn't help either.
Find a new site. Boom, chicka, bow, wow.
DJ Jason!
Oh, ad came on. Anyways.
You the
Okay.
best!
Thanks.
All right, so imagine if there
Layup.
was. Imagine we went into our sexy music shtick. Now I regret not being ready for this.
Mm-hmm.
Now we'll go ahead and we'll do our sexy
Dustin
Nick Albright voice.
Oh, gold dust is leaving your body now.
Jeffers, balls, or sack.
Oh.
I think I'll go with balls because balls are the important part. The sack is just there to hold the balls. Without the balls, the sack is useless.
Have you ever gotten the beans stuck over the frank?
I have never had that happen.
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Okay, moving on.
Do you know why? Because he was masturbating.
I was masturbating.
Making beats.
All right, so next we got from 143 at Breaker 6696. This person says, "What is the best Sean Connery movie? Mine are Finding Forrester and The Untouchables." That's two. He said, "What is the best?" And he gave
The
us,
Rock.
He or she gave us two.
Certainly not The Rock.
No, the best Sean Connery movie has to be the movie that won the Academy Award for the best movie ever.
Highlander.
Highlander.
Highlander, I agree.
We vote Highlander.
3 out
The
of
Rock.
4 Hobie say Highlander.
Highlander.
3 out of 4 Hobie can't be wrong.
One Hobie be wrong.
Were his Bond films that good?
Well, I'm
No.
excluding the Bond films from this
I'm not.
question.
Those Bond films are overrated.
Were they
The-
better
I'm
or
being
worse
says
than
I-
Timothy Dalton Bond films?
Worse. Timothy Dalton Bond films are better than Sean Connery Bond films.
Okay, what about George Lazenby?
Sean Connery.
George
Lazenby's
Lazenby,
good.
well,
That was a good
he
one.
was a better
I
Bond
liked
than
it.
George Lazenby, but George Lazenby's Bond film might be one of the best Bond films ever made.
Correct.
Okay, what about David Niven?
No.
No, that was a comedy.
How about The Untouchables?
Untouchables was a good movie.
Untouchables.
It was good.
He was good in the Untouchables. That is true. But
That movie isn't as good as I remember it when it first came out. When you go back and rewatch it, it just I don't know.
Hunt for Red October?
Is it very 80s like?
Hunt for Red October.
Yeah,
he
it's
really
very
wasn't
Kevin
the
Costner.
star in Hunt for
Okay.
Red October, though.
That makes sense.
He
And
was good.
Well, he wasn't a star. I mean, Zardoz, was that one of his best?
Time Bandits? How about Time Bandits?
I never actually watched Time Bandits.
What about
Dragonheart?
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
That's the one I was trying to
You
think
know what?
of.
That movie did not have enough of him. Of the 92 minutes that it was, he was only in 87. I feel like we needed more of him.
I mean, 5 more minutes of him.
And no, Dragonheart wasn't good.
No. What about The Name of the Rose?
Never saw it.
It was actually pretty decent. I actually read that book, by the way. It's a good book.
Wasn't he something called The Robe? Was that something?
Or The Rose, or I can't remember.
I
thought
think
it
that
was
was
the name of
the
the
name
Rose.
of
was
it. But wasn't there another movie like
Yeah.
called The Robe? it might not have been him.
Yeah.
Oh,
just-
God.
Could
what?
be.
Family Business with Dustin Hoffman and Matthew Broderick. I
Oh,
forgot
yeah,
about
that was
that.
a
I
horrible movie.
don't even remember
It's
that one
better
at all.
than League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
That's true. But you know what is sad? If you go to IMDb.com and you type in Sean Connery, the first thing that pops up is actor, The Rock. I'm
Oh.
serious. I just showed it to Jason.
Was that his biggest film, you think,
I
money-wise?
hope not.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
Money wise.
Because I'm looking at his movies, Medicine Man, Rising Sun.
Those both had.
Oh, you know what? Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is probably the biggest.
It wouldn't
Money-wise.
surprise me if The Rock did more than that, though.
Yeah. Check box office mojo.
But no, that's not in his top good movies either.
He really isn't in, like, a lot of good movies. Like, I'm looking at his list now. He's in okay movies, but nothing like...
I'm waiting for you to. I know there's at least one or two that I really like, and I'm waiting for you to mention them. But
Name of the Rose. There it is.
Yeah.
Highlander, Thunderball,
Entrapment,
Hunt for Red October.
that one was just okay.
The Avengers.
Let's see.
Oh, I never watched that.
Just
All the
Cause,
way.
First Night.
Oh,
Talking about
First
the
Night.
movie or the original TV series?
What?
The movie
The
based on the
Avengers.
original
Yeah.
TV series.
The Presidio.
The Presidio.
The Presidio. Jesus.
I like the Presidio better.
I like that
First
Presidio.
Night was pretty decent.
First Night was okay. Richard Gere is
The
Lancelot.
Avengers. The bad Avengers.
Wait, I think weren't we just
Yeah, we were just
talking
talking about
that?
that. Yes.
A Fine Madness.
Robin
No.
Hood, Prince of Thieves,
Oh, that might have been the worst movie he was in.
Oh, that was pretty
A Good
bad.
Man in Africa.
The Russia House.
The Rush House, that was good.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I never saw that.
I didn't either.
Anyways, yeah, there's your best Sean Connery movie.
All of them.
Highlander.
Highlander, followed
All right.
closely by Zardoz.
5 Days of Summer.
Jesus,
The Rock.
that was horrible.
5 Days of Summer or 500 Days of Summer?
5 Days of Summer.
I don't know that.
The Great Train Robbery.
It was a short film made
They
into the
didn't-
500 Days of Summer.
They didn't have a
Bridge
big
Too
budget
Far?
for 500.
You know, I like your show. I like your film. Could you add 495 days to it? Sounds good.
The Man Who Would Be King.
Are we?
Is that a musical?
Are we accepting
No.
his appearances on Jeopardy?
The Wind and the Lion.
Rawr.
Murder on the Orient Express.
Now you're going like back.
Well,
back,
he is.
Back,
That's-
back.
Murder on the Orient Express. He wasn't bad in it, but
Darby
that
O'Gill
wasn't-
and the Little People.
That wasn't
The original
awesome
Murder
movie.
on the Orient Express, not
Yeah.
the remake. Not
Yeah, the
Branoff,
original.
Great.
I just
not the Kevin Branagh one.
yeah.
Okay, moving on.
All right,
I watched them both back to back one weekend.
Woman of Straw.
All right. If you watch them back to back,
Marnie?
which one did you like better?
The original one was better.
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
it
which
was
one?
Too.
What movie?
Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah, I could see that.
The
I
Longest
remember.
Even
Day.
without Daisy Ridley.
I like the remake. It didn't like after I watched it. I was like,
I was expecting more.
yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
I liked it. I'm glad I watched it. But I'm like, if it was on like TBS or something, I would probably keep it on for a little bit.
I think they
But it wasn't anything like
I think
would
they
go,
changed things up from the original story for I don't know, time purposes or whatnot
Yeah.
that kind of just made the movie miss something.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael Liao. They all did it.
Oh, man! You spoiled another one for Leo.
I did.
Shit.
How about Macbeth?
Oh God.
Macbeth.
From 68,
61.
61.
It was actually community theater down the street. Connery's guest.
Macbeth won Best Picture.
Yeah. What else we got?
Anna Karenina.
Anna Karenina.
Karina Harney. What?
Finally, one that we've been kicking down the road now for several months.
Because Jim hasn't been here.
Professor Number One and Doctor Number One wants to know, for Jim, did you finish the current season of Winona Earp? And seriously, what is it about? Don't spoil it, though, for Leal.
Okay, I'm not done with the current season. I'm watching it. I'm enjoying every minute of it when I watch it. I don't want to miss anything.
Are you done with the second season?
No.
Okay.
And it's about a Winona Earp who is a descendant of Wyatt Earp, and she has to kill all the evil spirits or whatever they are that come back of people that Wyatt Earp killed.
Thrilling.
And the dog dies at the end.
And there's a bunch of lesbians in it, and the like. So,
Would you recommend it?
of course,
Okay, good. Okay.
Because if he has to watch it, he wants everyone else to suffer.
Okay.
I mean,
Sorry,
I,
Nikki.
I would cue that up. I would watch all of Winona Earp, then I'd watch Lonely Island's Bash Brothers Experience.
Real quick before we get to Riddle Me This, Jim, you got some more relationship questions. You ready? We're going to do fast fired here.
Okay,
Pew.
What's the best drink for our first date?
wine, red wine.
Okay.
Red
What-
wine.
Stop it. Worst song ever. What do you role play in the bedroom?
Reverse.
A man with a large penis.
Yes.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Naughty teacher.
You're the naughty teacher?
Uh-huh.
It's kind of disgusting.
She wants an A, doesn't she?
I'm
I'll
going-
do anything for an A. All right,
Anything?
here's your
Study.
book. Study.
and then I go watch television.
I do have a quick question. I got a quick question from Randall Holt. Is Jason excited for the new Godzilla movie? I am excited.
We don't
Jason,
care.
let me know when you're going. I'll gladly go see it with you. I would love to go on a date with you, Randall.
Ooh,
Well,
a
it's
man
probably-
date.
Don't reach into the popcorn.
It's most likely going to be a great film because Kyle Chandler's in it.
Yes. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know how many cities are going to be left after this film, though, because it looks like they're
Peoria
destroying
will
a
be
lot
left.
Peoria's always left. I'm looking forward to it. It's it might be my most excited the movie I'm most looking forward to this summer. I'm really looking forward to it. So hoping to see it sometime this weekend.
Really? You're looking forward to that more so than Dark Phoenix? I mean, tickets are on sale now for Dark Phoenix.
They'll still be on sale the day of. They will not sell out. I think it'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. So, are you going to Dark Phoenix?
Probably not opening night, but probably sometime opening weekend, or maybe catch $2 or two discount
price
Tuesdays. Yeah,
Can I go with you?
sure.
Because I think that we have to suffer through this. We suffered through Age of Apocalypse.
I mean, it'll probably be like with Tuesday after it opens before the podcast is
That's fine.
a good time to go.
This movie's going to be bad, isn't it? Dark Phoenix.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think it's going to win Academy Awards for Best Picture.
Razzie. He meant Razzie.
You know, she ends up Queen of Winterfell. Queen of the
Oh.
North.
Oh. I hope her
Spoiler!
also, spoiler, Michael Liao, she becomes the Dark Phoenix, Jean Grey. Just to let you know. So,
Are you
spoiler.
sure about that?
Maybe Magneto does.
I mean, I don't get that from the trailers. That,
Ooh, I don't know. I thought that that she got fired. The Professor Xavier fired her.
Oh, X-Men. EX. Anyways,
man.
let's do some quick riddle me this. Riddle me this. Riddle me this. Put the bunny down. Let's see here. Riddle me this. This is recast Con Air with Muppets.
Okay.
I like this one.
Go right ahead.
You're the one.
We're going Cameron Poe, played by Nicholas.
Hold on a second.
Cage.
Wasn't he a pilot in the Jedi Awakens?
No, different one.
That's Poe Dameron.
Oh.
Cameron Crowe. Isn't he like a director?
Anyways, Cameron Poe. I'm going.
My pick is Scooter.
Really?
Yes,
Why?
because I hate Scooter.
You win. You get Scooter. Scooter is it.
All right.
Okay, Cameron Poe is Scooter. Write it down.
I think he is a kick-ass guy. Garland Green, played by Steve Buscemi.
I picked Scooter.
Stop.
I agree.
Who do you pick, Jason?
I'm going. This is a tough one. I'm going with Floyd Pepper.
Sure.
Sounds great.
Okay. I hate you guys. Cyrus, just because you don't like Con Air. Cyrus the Virus.
Oh, the Malkovich character.
Yeah, I'm going Crazy Harry.
I think Jeff's got a pick.
I would pick Scooter for that.
Skeeter.
The Scooter.
Oh, how about the penguin from the cartoon now, the new one?
God, don't ever bring that up again.
I'm going Crazy Harry for Cyrus the Virus, the one that blows things up.
Okay, sounds good to me. Yeah.
Nathan Jones, played by Ving Rhames.
Ooh, Ving Rhames. Ooh, who do you have, Jeff?
I got Scooter.
Okay.
I like that.
Scooter's a pretty good choice. But do you have anything better, Jason?
I got Fozzie Bear.
Sure.
Waka waka waka. Do or do not. There is no try.
It's
One prophylactic. Soiled.
Okay, Fozzie Bear works.
Fozzie Bear it is.
and Vince Larkin as John Cusack's character. I'm going Gonzo. He's kind of goofy. I don't feel like he would really do any. I feel like he's goofy like John Cusack. He wears the socks with the flip flops. I could see Gonzo doing that.
I don't know who I would pick.
Who'd you pick?
Scooter.
Okay. I think I'll go Gonzo, though, because we already have Scooter for Cameron Poe.
Oh, okay.
You sure?
I just think it would be a better movie if Scooter played every role.
I feel like you're mocking me.
Nope. I just think that's the only way to make that movie any good.
Just put a different wig on him.
Well,
Exactly.
Brad Hargis from the Cinema Guys podcast actually picked. He had some.
So
Scooter? Did he have Scooter?
I hate you all. Cameron Poe, he had,
Scooter.
is Walter with a mullet. Garland Green is Pepe the Shrimp.
Who's Walter?
The one from the new Muppets movie. The guy who whistles.
Oh, okay.
Cyrus the Virus is Gonzo with Camilla. Nathan Diamond Dog Jones is Mr. Teeth. I like that one.
Dr. Teeth?
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Tooth?
Vince Larkin is Kermit.
Electric Mayhem?
Yes. So I think those are some good
So
ones.
when he said with Camilla, does that mean like Camilla's the bunny?
Put the bunny down.
And it's the chicken wearing bunny ears?
Sure.
Well,
Or is the
Brad's
bunny
is
played...
much better than Jason's list. Brad wins.
But that's not fair. Fine. Fuck
3
you.
out of Hobie can't be wrong.
It's either that or Jeff's list of Scooter playing everybody.
I hate you all. Anyways, let's go on to News of the Geek.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Thanks to Avengers Endgame, the Marvel Cinematic Universe has officially transformed into the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse. With new timelines now housing major MCU characters like Steve Rogers and Loki. Sorry, Liao. Spoilers. Regarding the future of Marvel films, there's one villain whose domain is either managing or conquering time. Kang. Kang the Conqueror is a warlord from the distant future, 31st century, who has mastered travel between timelines and alternate realities. He uses an advanced suit of armor and futuristic tech to lead his army to different epochs, systematically conquering them. This is from comicbookmovie.com. Basically, his time travel abilities and mastery of multiple realities make him one of the most complex and well-layered villains. We'll be the judge of that. Different versions of Kang from different times or realities have come with vastly different personalities. Younger and older versions of Kang have been allies to the Avengers or played other significant roles. 3 of the villains' alternate personas have become featured characters of their own. Immortus. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. Is the older version of Kang, grown up out of his lust for power, for battle and conquer. Evolving into more of a scholar than a soldier, Kang becomes Immortus and strikes a deal with the temporal beings called the Timekeepers. Becomes their agent in exchange for immortality and control over time. Let's see here. Kang. Oh, sorry.
Iron Lad.
The other one is Iron Lad, the adolescent version of Kang.
Lad, the Arn version of Kang.
The adolescent version of Kang who discovers that he will grow up to be the Conqueror Kang. Horrified, he travels to the future and steals Kang's armor, arriving in our present to form the Young Avengers as a way to stop his older self. Actually, it wasn't a bad series, the Young Avengers. And then they succeed, but since Kang is such a pivotal figure in the flow of time, taking him out causes severe disruption, requiring Iron Lad to eventually accept his fate and become the Conqueror anyways. Thanks for that whole series, and it still ends up being the same. Because if you take him out, how does Iron Lad live? It's stupid.
I don't know.
And then Rama-Tut, the Egyptian pharaoh that Kang tried to be when first traveling back in time. before he ever took his Kang persona. The plan was to wait in Egypt for the rise of Ensabanar, a.k.a. X-Men's Apocalypse. Yeah, that's what I said. Apocalypse. To claim the power of the first mutant for himself. When he's eventually defeated by time-traveling Marvel heroes, Ramatut returns to the 31st century and becomes Kang. Basically, Ramatut also opens up the doors for Fantastic Four, which Disney just bought, got back. And so it is a way to bring the Fantastic Four into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But here's the thing now. Blake, this is your favorite thing. Multi-universes and time travel.
Oh, boy.
So
I do say
like,
there's a lot of Kang going around.
There is. There's never enough Kang. So my thought is this could be good.
Stinky Kang.
Because now you can have movies everywhere and not have to have them connect, which is nice. But it could get a little messy if somebody's not keeping track of this timeline. So wait, what's your thoughts?
Rama tut in the butt.
What?
Wow. Is that like a Poon Kang?
I was just thinking of my own funny joke, which is only funny to me.
That was good.
I don't want to go into it.
Anyway. Jeff, do you like Kang?
No.
Why?
Probably because of the whole time travel shit.
Okay.
I mean, he's everywhere. Future Kang, past Kang, present
I'm not
Kang,
necessarily a huge fan of multiverse to begin with.
conflicted Kang, Kang 1, Kang 2, Kang 3.
I think they did a good in Spider-Man and what do you call it? Into the
Spider-Verse?
Yeah, I think they did.
I mean, it can be done well, but I mean, yeah, with Spider-Man, it's okay. These are the people who got the spider powers from different type universes, and they did like ridiculous other universes like Noir and Pigs and things like that. So, I mean,
Spider-Gwen was awesome.
Yeah.
I did like how they introduced them, like, here's my origin story, and they kept doing it. I thought that was pretty clever and kind of fun how they did it.
So if done right, it could be good, but for the most part throughout, I mean, Kang stories, I tended to like not pick up those arcs after a while because I didn't like Kang as a character.
I didn't like who he faced a lot of the times outside
Andy
of the
looked
Avengers.
stupid.
He is not very intimidating. He's all purple and black, and it's just a weird. He kind of looks a little robotic, but I don't even know how to describe him. But he does not look very fearsome. I will agree with you on that. And I hate the Fantastic Four. I don't know if I said this, but we were watching Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and my kids were dancing to the credits scene. And on the Blu-ray copy, there's an extra 5 minutes short of how Spider-Man got into Spider-Man's Miles Morales' world. I thought that was kind of cool. So,
I'll have to see that sometime.
yeah. It was just kind of clever. Like my kids were like, "Oh my God, what is this?" I was like, "I don't know. This is kind of a fun little thing."
It's an extra.
Yeah. So, okay, moving on.
Moving right along.
Moving right along. In a recent, this is another Blake favorite story. In a recent interview with 660 City News, Dan Aykroyd, Buy My Tequila, who co-wrote, or is he vodka?
He's vodka.
Vodka.
Crystal Head vodka.
Okay. Who co-wrote and starred in the original Ghostbusters, offered some top-level, only the top men know about this, details regarding Reitman's upcoming movie and the future of the franchise.
Top level details. One of the first lines is, "I can't say too much about it."
Yeah. Quote, Ivan Reitman's son, Jason, has written a beautiful script. I can't say too much about it, but it's going to get made, and hopefully there'll be some familiar faces.
That is some awesome...
So different from even the first and second film. Jeff, is it going to be good that it's different from the second film?
That's one way to hype it up is it's not the second film.
Or the reboot?
Or the reboot.
Let's just take... Is it going to be funny?
The reboot's better than the second film.
Yes.
The parts I've seen of the reboot, I don't disagree with you on that. Again, that was nothing with the women. It was just bad writing.
Oh, yeah, it was a bad story.
I'll say there was a problem with at least one of the women.
Kristen Wiig?
Yeah, she's just not funny.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Well, she was funny on Joe Schmo Show.
Yeah.
Well, Melissa McCarthy didn't shit in a sink either.
She did.
Damn it.
This just takes you to a new generation and a new direction that is so warm, heartfelt, and indeed quite scary when you confront some of the issues that are being discussed. It's fucking Ghost. Just give us fucking Ghost. We don't need your inner
I bet they're
being.
going to tie it into Trump in New York City.
I really hope they go to New York City and then they get that guy who's making pottery with that lady.
With Unchained Melody playing.
Yep.
I would love to see that, and then they bust in and
They
with the
run
guns.
out.
No need to thank us, ma'am. Sorry, we destroyed your pottery.
But we have a scene for the movie. Send it to him.
I think we just revealed the plot.
Aykroyd revealed that he has already explored a potential prequel to the Ghostbusters, which would take fans to the 1960s and explored, you ready? The teenage years
No.
of Vinkman, Spangler, and Stantz.
What about Ernie Hudson?
They don't bring him along to the 80s.
Yeah, which is why you shouldn't do this.
Although I've written Ghostbusters High. Maybe he meant I've written the prequel High.
Yeah,
That's
he
probably-
must
I
have-
think that's what he meant.
Yeah, where they meet in New Jersey in 1969, and we're looking to do that as probably a glorified feature or pilot within the next maybe 5 years.
No Winston Zedmore. You shouldn't even bother with
It would-
Ghostbusters.
It would lead to a TV project, and I thought of Reitman immediately for that. Reitman said no. You can think of me, but no, get the fuck out.
He said, I reject your hypothesis.
It's on his desk, but that's years away from the current project. But it's a neat idea for a prequel. We'll be the judge of that, Dan. Imagine casting the 3 characters as teenagers. Wacky hijinks would ensue. He added the prequel ideas way, way down the line, and that he has other stuff planned for after the Reitman-helmed Ghostbusters movie.
You know what that reminds me of? Dumb and Dumber.
Oh,
When Harry Met Lloyd.
who would you cast as teenage Ghostbusters?
No.
Scooter.
Change approved.
There you go.
Does Disney own Ghostbusters?
Probably not.
No, I was just wondering. No, I don't think they do.
I
do that.
don't think they do.
It wasn't a 20th Century Fox movie, or
So here's my question.
If only there were a device to find this stuff out with.
I wish they'd make something like that. I mean,
Here's
I'm
my
just so used to making stuff up and people believing me.
here's my issue though. Okay, people like the first one, love the first movie. There really hasn't been. The cartoon was fun for kids on Saturday morning, but there really isn't anything like since the first one like that's been good. So I don't understand what the appeal is like. Everybody's clamoring for a sequel to this. Do they care,
Because there's no new ideas in Hollywood.
or is it just
The
because
only thing you do
Aykroyd,
is keep recycling the
Because they
same
need
shit
Bill
over and over
Murray.
again.
They need Bill Murray to come out and do something.
or is it because Dan Aykroyd knows that his Nothing But Trouble sequel won't get off the ground?
Oh my God, that's one of the worst movies ever made.
That could be the one. That's with Demi Moore?
Yes.
So I every time I see this, I keep thinking of Dan Aykroyd. Like, why? Why are you? Obviously, he wants the money in the from the Ghostbusters movies, but I'm like, why? Just let it go. And the Ghostbusters High might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's Scooby Doo, and Scooby Doo does it better already.
Yeah, it pretty much is.
I mean, there's no reason for it.
Oh, yeah, that's what they do. They can get 3 guys, and they can get a dog,
Okay,
and they can get a van.
I like this idea.
Wait. Take out one of those guys, and add 2 women.
I like it.
So you have 2
I
guys,
like
2
it.
women, and a dog.
I like it.
And they go and they solve ghost crimes. But most of the time, it's just a guy in a mask.
What do you think about the dog likes snacks?
Oh, you got to give dog treats. I mean,
What could we name it?
And there's an appearance by the Harlem Globetrotters.
and robots.
The Harlem Globetrotters is one of my favorite Scooby-Doos because they have the pirates. There's tons of pirates. I always loved that. It was a 2-parter. I love that one.
Ghostbusters is Columbia Studios, which is owned by Sony.
Okay. I was going to ask if
So
Columbia...
they'll own it in 3 years.
Yes. Disney will own it soon, but not now.
The one rumor is that Aykroyd was talking about when the female reboot came out was that he was going to make a animated series, and then he was also going to do a franchise with all men characters again. With Jonah Hill, Tate's in it.
Seth Rogen?
Seth Rogen was in it.
Okay, so they were just pretty much doing the cast of 21 Jump Street with Seth Rogen.
And was it Kevin Hart? I think that was the other one.
And was he going to get
Wasn't it a-
Judd Apatow to direct it?
Wasn't that a Beastie Boy video?
Oh, get Fred
Kelly?
Kelly as Bunny.
Yeah, Fred Kelly's Bunny, and you get
Nathan Wind is Cochise.
Alejandro Allegro is he was chief. Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Real quickies. I thought this was kind of funny. Per Bleeding Coal, recently a number of comic book analysts have been tracking the declining sales of Tom King's Batman run. Basically, Tom King took over Batman, and he was supposed to do 100 issues.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
100.
And he's a lover. He loves Batman. But it doesn't
But not
always...
100 issues worth.
Yeah.
If he loves him, is he going to marry him?
He did.
It's the one title that DC could count on for a top 5 finish in their sales because nothing else is in the top 5 for DC right now. So, shortly after these reports began to circulate, word has come down that King's run on the title will be ending this year, possibly at issue 85. Well short of the 100 issues King stated was the goal.
85 issues, and
Well,
you
that-
can't do
That's not
15 more?
well short. 50. I mean, 85 is longer
That's
than I
close.
thought. Yeah.
I thought he was like, he's at 55. Like, yeah,
I thought you were going
okay.
to say he got to like 18 and they cut it short.
He's got 6. 6 issues in.
Ooh, we need to cut this out.
He's on the George R.R. Martin schedule of releases, right?
Could you condense 94 issues into 5 more? We'll give you 11. Not even a whole year. No, 11. You get 11.
Over 20 years.
This isn't Kevin Smith running a Spider-Man book. Come on. So King was just in the news saying that issue 75 will kick off his City of Bane arc, and that the particular issue would change Batman for a whole new generation.
Hold on. City of Bane.
Yes.
Arc. Not City of Bane Arc.
Correct. Sorry, my bad.
Because I don't know where that's at.
So, anyways, the rumor was that Batman was going to kill Bane.
The city of Baynark is in Mississippi.
I declare.
Baynark, Mississippi.
Oh, I thought that was in Minnesota near Brainerd or something.
Is that where
You know what?
Ramatut is from?
I could see Varsity Blues 2 taking place in Baynark, Mississippi.
Baynark, Mississippi.
Anyways,
I don't want your life.
how would Fozzie Bear say that?
I don't want your life.
That's Yoda.
I'm trying to get into it. Fozzie, it's a little bit higher, but
It's tough doing impressions, isn't it?
good ones.
I'll be honest, it's tough for bad ones, too.
Oh, wait. I'll answer that. What's the question again?
I
It's tough doing impressions, isn't it?
No.
No, it was how would Fozzie Bear...
Yeah.
I'm
say
Fozzie
that.
Bear. I don't want your life. How was that one?
Perfect.
I don't want your waka waka waka.
I don't want your waka 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 life.
Anyway,
What's the difference between an orange?
recast Varsity Blues with Muppets. Anyways, moving on. King, so the idea was that Batman was going to kill Bane.
In Baynark, Mississippi.
Yes. In the wake of the
Gonna
news,
kill Michael Bateman?
people, yeah,
Jason Bateman?
Jason Bateman?
Justine Bateman, she had it coming.
Michael Bay?
She had it coming.
Well, Michael Bay did. But everybody got mad because that was the rumor, and people were like, "You can't do that to Batman." So, anyways,
What can't you do to Batman? Apparently, you can turn Batman into a terrible, terrible, terrible person because they did that in the movies. I'll just kill everybody he drives by that night.
well, here's the best part. So, under King's watch, this is what King has done in the series in the 75 issues. So
Let's
far.
hear. Let's hear what King's done.
Batman was engaged to Catwoman, but was left at the altar.
Oh, that's smart.
So
Cat-
Batman was engaged to Catwoman, or Bruce Wayne was engaged to Selena Kyle.
Batman was engaged to Catwoman.
So they were showing up in costumes on the rooftop to get married.
Oh, that would suck.
But I think they were also Bruce Wayne, Selena Kyle. But anyways, I don't know. I didn't follow it too much. But basically, the reason why she left him at the altar is because she's like, you're filled with so much hate and anger, and if I married you, you would be happy, and then you wouldn't be able to protect the future people of Gotham.
man,
Makes sense.
he dodged a bullet there.
And then Nightwing was shot in the head by KG Beast, leading to a bout of amnesia. Everybody loves amnesia storylines.
You said Nightwing?
Yeah,
Okay.
Nightwing was.
I thought I said Night Court was shot in the head.
Turns out all these incidences and more were basically caused by Bane. He had the plan.
Oh, Bane was
It's
the
going to was all a
mastermind.
dream.
Who's out to take down the Dark Knight. So after the story came out, DC said, okay, so you have 15 issues left. You can make a new series starting in 2020 called Catwoman and Batman and finish up your storyline. So he's got a 12-issue run now of a whole new series called Catwoman and Batman, or vice versa. And he's going to finish up his storyline there. Still 3 issues shy, but at least he...
15
Comes-
first dates.
12.
I just don't think the head honchos at DC really know what they're doing.
You know what? If you're pot committed for 85 issues, let him finish another year at this point.
Unless they really hated what he did.
Or what he was
Unless-
going to do.
Unless they're really crashing horribly and not selling.
Yeah, and that's the issue is that they haven't been selling too well.
Well, it's because they're getting destroyed on the movies, so anybody new readership is buying Marvel.
There's a lot of independent. I think a lot of people are going independent too for comic books. I think
A
people
lot
have.
of people are going to Source Point Press.
That's right.
Pay me $1,000.
Dirk Manning. Anyways, and The Shepherd with Andre Moriarty.
Molinari.
Moriarty.
He sounds like a really evil genius bad guy, but he's a great comic book author.
Yes. But yeah, like I said, I think a lot more people are going to that because they are getting kind of tired of the same superhero stories and that. So I love amnesia storylines. Ugh. So there you go.
I can't remember if I like him or not.
No, those are dementia stories.
No.
Too soon?
What?
Exactly.
To Tsunami. So I failed again. I forgot to download Pittsburgh Nerd's new promo. So,
Oh, man.
Hey, listen to Pittsburgh Nerd, Yins.
on Danger Entertainment Network,
Yeah, you should do that.
Pittsburgh Nerd,
Pittsburgh Nerd, we are now the best
Pittsburgh podcast.
Pittsburgh podcast.
You know what? We're not the best, but we're not quitters. So listen, Pittsburgh Nerd, everybody.
We're nerds, and we're from Pittsburgh.
We do geek news. We do a little sports talk, but we don't talk that guy Ben Roethlisberger.
Do they talk about Derek Dietrich homering off the Pirates?
No, but Dirk Dietrich. That Dirk Dietrich guy hit a home run off us. We don't.
Three today.
But my name's Sean, and you are.
Ian.
Yep. Yes, you are.
And why?
And I'm Stork. You guys suck.
Listener feedback.
Nobody
Why do they
listens
call
to
the
me.
Pirates the Bucks?
But anyways, they're on Danger Entertainment Network, Pittsburgh Nerd on iTunes, and they're on. We're just going to keep doing. I think this is a good idea of doing a promo for them.
Yeah,
I like it.
I'm sure they really like it.
You can get them on Stitcher, iTunes. You know
I think
what?
they're on Spreaker. Can you find them on Spreaker?
Yeah, and you can actually go to their house and they'll do a podcast for you.
I love the live podcast when you show up at their
Yes.
house.
Yeah, if you live in Pittsburgh, just visit Sean's house.
Sean and Nancy will even put one on together. Come on down.
I think you got to put fries on your sandwich too while you're eating and listening.
Well,
And
that's a requirement.
The
Pour it
problem
on your
is,
salad.
and some Iron City beer.
And pierogies.
Icy
Must
light,
eat
some
pierogies.
Icy ice.
you know, I was in Indianapolis about a month ago. I went to the Pimento Brothers, or whatever, Pimento Brothers.
Primanti Brothers.
Yeah, Primanti Brothers. They franchised out.
They're out in Indianapolis
Yeah,
now?
yeah. Very disappointing. Now, it could just be the restaurant was not very good, but, you know.
Yeah, I heard you have to go to the original, because the only time I had them was at the PNC Ballpark in Pittsburgh, and was disappointed. But I was told you have to go to the original location.
I was at the original location the first time I went, and it was a good sandwich with fries on it. And then the next time we went to one closer to the ballpark, or closer to the arena.
Was it
The
good?
Old hockey arena or the new hockey
The
arena?
new hockey arena.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Okay. So, listen to us. I'm Pittsburgh Nerd. I'm Sean.
I'm Ian.
I'm Stork.
Get out of here, Stork. You quit.
I quit.
Yeah. If only Pittsburgh could. So follow them on Twitter at Pittsburgh Nerd and on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Danger Entertainment Network, and any other podcasting things.
Excellent.
Hey, Jeff, what are you doing September 20th through the 22nd?
I'm going to be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Damn right you are. You know why?
I'm going to be there because Marina Bakarin's going to be there.
Yes, and who else?
Joel State.
Yep, Ben McKenzie.
Oh, him too.
Yeah, Ben McKenzie. Also, Alan Tudyk.
Yes.
And-
Sean Marr.
There you go. GS at the Cincinnati Comic Expo, September 20th through the 22nd. Get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. Duke Convention Center.
You should cosplay as Nathan Fillion and get your picture taken with them all.
Ooh, yes.
I like that idea.
I'll dress up as a space cowboy.
Maurice?
Maurice.
Has Morena Baccarin removed me from the from the restriction?
I think she actually.
No.
I think she actually increased the range that you actually have to leave Ohio the weekend of the.
And no lip questions.
Hobie will be there playing trivia, so come see us. Alan Harris, he played Bosk in Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, I loved him in that.
Bernard Hill from Lord of the Rings. Ernie Hudson's going to be there.
I told you it's the only Ghostbuster you need.
That is true. Justin Min from the Umbrella Academy. Kathy Najimy.
Is there anybody
gonna be
else
there?
from the Umbrella Academy going to be there?
That's right. Emmy Raver Lampman. She was number
Three.
Okay.
3 and 6.
Kathy Najimy, though, who was Peggy Hill.
Yes.
And,
She was in both Sister Act movies.
yep, and Hocus Pocus. So that's nice. Nichelle Nichols from Star Trek. So that was good.
Her farewell tour?
Yes.
Brent Spiner, Data, is going to be there. The Harp Twins, they did a book with Dirk Manning.
Yes.
Just to let you know.
And they'll be playing music live.
Yeah. Eric Vale, he's voice of Dragon Ball Z, My Hero Academia. Sorry. I knew I screwed that up. So anyways, go to CincinnatiComicExpo.com. They also have lots of comic creators as well, so that's good. Including, Frank Cho from Wonder Woman and Black Panther. Not the same book, but, you know.
Yeah. Wonder Woman. And also he did Black Panther.
Yes. Amanda Connor from Harley Quinn. Chad Hardin, who also did Harley Quinn, Zatanna, and Spider-Man. T. Franklin, she did Love is Love. Adam Kubert was just announced.
Yeah, he was one of my favorites in the 90s. His run on X-Men is pretty good.
Steve Orlando, he did Justice League of America. I really actually liked his run, too. So, just to let you know. So, yes, and they'll be announcing more as it goes. But, yes, and you can see Hobie there and win some fabulous prizes.
They are primo.
September 20th through the 22nd.
I'm Brad.
I'm Justin.
And I'm the Cinemaiden.
We are the Cinema Guys. We do a movie podcast. We're just three friends
Who love to talk about movies, and probably the best podcast you've ever heard about movies ever.
Or
I'm guessing.
is it the best podcast you ever heard or the best podcast you've never heard yet?
Ooh, but what if they have heard and they forgot that they heard and they have heard it? So.
Then they should listen again.
Yes.
Oh, dear God.
Ashley, real quick, top favorite episode you've ever had of the Cinema Guys, go.
Aquaman. We make fun of Brad the whole time.
Oh, Aquaman was a good one.
Every other week we have a full episode where we give our top lists.
About usually a new movie.
Usually a new
No.
movie. And then, we always give at-home recommendations at the very end.
Yeah, but my favorite
a
is our
fun little
lists.
banter in
I think
between.
the lists are the best thing that we do
Yeah.
Lists are fun.
because I love to make lists about movies.
Just head over to wearethecinemagays.com and you can subscribe, contact, listen to the show, all of that. As I always like to say, maybe sometime we will see you at the movies.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
Oh, well, unfortunately, Aladdin did not bomb. The holiday weekend had Aladdin rake in $86 million during the weekend, a total of $105 million on a $183 million budget.
More than what they were expecting.
Yeah, I saw as many people that panned it and yelled at it, looked so stupid, but they all went and saw it.
Did they go and see it, or did the people who just weren't talking and... I mean, the people who panned it were being loud and annoying. I was one of them, so I'll agree. But it might have just been the people ignoring the people panning it that went to go see it.
It's kind of like the election. Anyways, they said the issue was that Aladdin pulled a Trump. Anyways, the issue was that it went from
me, happy as he, Donald Trump.
It's not my Aladdin.
Show some respect, genuflect, down on one knee.
They said the issue was it went from an hour and a half long cartoon movie to over 2 hours long.
Wow.
And they made Genie have a family in it.
Oh.
Jeff's reaction was the best.
So he had a genie family where they all had genie powers?
I don't know.
Or were they a regular family and he was
I guess
cursed
it's a
as
love
genie?
interest. He's trying to get back with her because she's human, maybe? I don't know.
Jada needed a job that bad?
I don't know.
I mean, they can bring Fish Mooney back, can't they?
No, but Gotham tried for 5 years and it still was bad.
I mean, her YouTube
Did he have a
show
son?
Her YouTube show isn't doing that well?
Fish Mooney?
No,
Was-
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh.
But,
Whip your hair back and forth. Whip
Yeah,
your hair
I'm about-
back and forth. Whip your hair back and forth.
So Genie's daughter was whipping her hair?
Yes, that's it.
Did they have a son too? Was he like try to be a karate kid and sucked?
Yes. There's your spoilers for Aladdin.
And I'm going to go ahead and say this surprised me. Number 2 this week, John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum stayed on to make more money than the Avengers. I thought the Avengers were going to pass John Wick back. I thought that was going to do all its business week 1.
Nope, Kevin did not make it to see Avengers this week.
Damn
He
you,
did.
Cincy.
Didn't he?
I don't know.
He's seen it 3 times.
Yeah, but I thought
He went last week, yeah.
I thought over
Oh.
the weekend he posted he was going to Avengers
Well,
again.
he's got to go see it a few more times. Get this money back up there, man.
But John Wick held on. So at number 2, it made $24.5 million, a total of $101 on a $55 million budget.
Going to double its money.
John Wick Chapter 4 is already in pre-production. Avengers: Endgame made another $17 million, a total of $798 million on a $350 million budget.
$120 million away from passing Avatar as the highest grossing movie ever.
Domestic or worldwide?
Worldwide.
Okay.
They said it won't pass Star Wars because Star Wars Force Awakens is at $995 million or $905 million, I think. So domestically.
Okay, yeah. Domestically, Star Wars has more, but internationally, Avatar has more.
Yeah. And Avatar is $120 million away. I think it could pass it. I'll be honest, I'll chip in a couple $100 just so it could pass Avatar.
I heard people were complaining that the $798 million was less than they expected.
Sure.
Oh, we
You
only
almost made
$800 million.
$800 million in a month.
Oh, we suck.
Oh, we should have done more. I mean, it's like like unprecedented. 13 out of 14 theaters in my local Cineplex were showing Avengers. Unprecedented. Okay, Detective Pikachu made another $13.5 million, a total of $116 million on a $150 million budget.
So we're $300 million worldwide.
I was told by some people who saw it that they were very disappointed and they hated it.
Wow. Were they Pokemon fans?
Yes.
Okay.
Were all the good parts in the previews?
They didn't. They said no, it wasn't necessarily that. So I don't know. Maybe they didn't like the previews. I thought the previews looked interesting. So
I mean, the previews brought me to with a little bit of like, hey, I could see that, rather than no interest.
I agree.
and number 5 in its opening weekend, Brightburn made $7.5 million, a total of $9 million on a $6 million budget.
They thought that was a little low. They were hoping for around $13 million. So there you go.
Upcoming May 31st, we have Godzilla, King of the Monsters,
Can't wait.
which apparently Jason has got a mandate with Randall for.
I'm goozing in my pants.
Godzilla, King of the Monsters, the cryptozoological agency Monarch, faces off against a battery of god-sized monsters, including the mighty Godzilla, who collides with Mothra, Rodan, and the ultimate nemesis, the three-headed King Ghidorah.
However you pronounce that. My speech impediment won't let me get it right.
They just finished rapping on Godzilla versus King Kong.
Also opening this weekend is Ma, spelled M-A.
Ma, a lonely woman befriends a group of teenagers and decides to let them party at her house. Just when the kids think their luck couldn't get any better, things start happening that make them question the intention of their host.
The host went to
Olivia Spencer.
Olivia Spencer. I
Or
think this-
Octavia. I'm sorry.
Octavia. It looks
Octavia
great.
Spencer.
I think this looks great.
She goes to. They showed in the previews that she went to school with the parents of the kids.
Yeah.
and that's why she's trying to get revenge.
Oh.
It looks great.
Did you run into any of the people you went to high school with? Yeah, I think it was Missy Pyle was running in the street.
Yeah, she runs her over.
Runs her over.
If you go see this, let me know, Jim, because I would love to see this.
And also opening, we have Rocket Man.
I want to see this too. Elton John's biopic. Well,
It's a fantasy based on a true story, or what was the line?
It's inspired by true events.
A
No, the
musical
word fantasy was
fantasy
in it.
about the fantastical human story of Elton John's breakthrough years.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
That's
all
it.
I had.
I think it's all Bernie Taupin is the only reason he made it big. I mean, before Chef introduced Elton John and Bernie Taupin, he wrote songs like Cheddar Cheese Girl.
cheddar cheese, girl, cheddar cheese, yeah, yeah, yeah.
No.
Cheddar cheese, cheddar cheese, cheddar cheese.
Turn off his mic.
Yeah, that's not it at all. It's, ooh, you're my cheddar cheese girl. Ooh, cheddar cheese girl.
With a slice of pepper jack.
Turn off his mic.
I'll be good. Get your finger off that button.
I'm waiting. Buy, sell stock of actors, actresses, and sometimes even directors. This week, would you buy or sell your stock in Will Smith? He is currently at $113.91.
Ugh, sell.
Yeah, I would have sold it by now. He did like
sold.
After Earth or something,
Welcome to After Earth.
and still has yet to recover. Well, apparently he recovered with Aladdin making $86 million this weekend.
Let's see. He's at 116 million right now.
Oh, he went up.
He went up. His low for the year is $84.
That's when you should have bought him. I'm going to sell until he falls back below 80.
Yeah, right now he's selling at 116. You're selling.
We have Elizabeth Banks at $85.34. Elizabeth Banks.
Bye.
I like Elizabeth Banks.
She does a lot of production.
85 might be kind of high, but she is doing the new Charlie's Angels, which I do want to see.
Elizabeth Banks produces a lot of films.
Yeah.
Bye.
How much does producers help you with your stock prices?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Elizabeth Banks. She's at what, 80? What'd you say right now?
It was 85 and change when the
80,
outline went
86
out.
this week. A high of this month of 90. A high of this year of 127.
Wow, she's fallen.
I'll buy.
With Pitch Perfect coming 3 from December. Last December. Or it was 2017.
Two Decembers ago, yeah.
Happy Time Murders. Then the Lego Movie 2. With Charlie's Angels coming out in November. Rita Hayworth with a hand grenade. At 85, I might buy.
I might wait till it falls down some, so maybe I'll sell now.
Okay.
We also have Will Forte at $8.44.
Fuck this guy. I can't stand this guy.
How can you hate Will Forte?
I'm not a big
It's
fan.
not like he's Chris Kattan or something.
I like Chris Kattan.
Oh, you're crazy.
He's not good. Chris Kattan.
I like Will Forte.
I can't stand him. I'm selling.
I would buy at $8.44. Will Forte just needs one good roll, and he's that's not how he pronounces it.
It's up to 884.
Oh, he went up 40 cents.
Yeah, that's the high right now, and his low. It's $5 to $8, so it's really it's not worth my time.
What does he got coming out? Anything?
He is coming out.
New releases are not his forte.
He had
Fort.
Booksmart is what came out.
Oh, that's right.
He's got Good Boys coming out on August 16th,
I don't know what that is.
and Scoob on 2020. May
Hey,
15th.
Scoob!
Good Boys is a coming-of-age story.
We should have guessed. Oh.
Stars Jacob Tremblay as the mysterious leader of a group of boys that skip school for a day of comedic adventure.
Yeah, that sounds like it could be fun. I'm buying Will Forte. All right. That is our box office wrap-up. It's Now time for our top 5 list.
Top 5 this week is top 5 favorite criminals in film. Not villains, criminals. So there you go.
Criminals.
Criminals.
Does Fiona Apple count?
No.
Oh.
Was she in a movie?
No, she just sang the song Criminal.
I know, but what did she have?
I have no clue.
Jim,
She
what
could've
is
been
your
in a-
number 5? Stop it, you two.
My number 5, I'm going to go with one of Jeff's favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
This guy plays he's treasonous to the crown.
Mm-hmm.
William Wallace from Braveheart.
I never saw that movie.
Never saw it.
What's that about?
It's about William
Spoilers.
Wallace,
Spoilers.
He's treasonous to the crown.
Does he
Yes.
die?
Does he paint himself blue?
and he yells freedom.
Did he blue himself?
He blew himself.
Jeff, number 5.
My number 5, I put a group because they go together.
Fun-loving criminals?
I should have, but I don't know the movie they would be in. I picked, as led by Professor G.H. Dorr, The Lady Killers.
Waffles.
From what movie?
The Lady Killers.
Oh, okay.
Waffles.
Waffles, forthwith. Garth Pancake and oh crap, I forgot the name of the dumb guy.
Yeah,
Colonel Sanders?
Ryan Hurst. Who do you play?
Yeah, the dumb guy.
Yeah.
And and Marlon Wayans, who cursed a lot and had all those old ladies turn red.
My number 5, I hobied it. I did. I had a theme though. George Clooney, cast of Ocean's 11. I really enjoyed that whole cast. I've watched Ocean's 11 recently.
So not only did you Hobie the cast of Ocean's 11 together, you put other people in the same one?
Yes. And
I have 37 people on my number 5.
Seth Gecko from Dusk Till Dawn, George Clooney's character.
Oh.
I really like that film. Ocean's 11 I really have liked. I've watched
Now
that a
you're
lot more
mentioning
recently.
that, there's a
Do you
George...
like Rusty from Ocean's 11?
Which one was Rusty?
Rusty Ryan?
Rusty Ryan?
Brad Pitt?
Was that Rusty?
Yeah.
His name was Rusty, yes.
Yeah.
Rusty.
Actually, he was kind of my least favorite.
Oh, I like. Well, I had an honorable mention as where did I put it? The Amazing Yen. He was an honorable mention for me. Because they couldn't have done it without him.
Correct.
Everybody else could have been replaced. They couldn't find anybody who could do what Yen did.
And he got his bandage stuck in the door too. He barely got
I didn't
out
have
of it.
Julia Roberts as playing Julia Roberts is on my list.
God, that was
I'm about to say I forgot about another George Clooney role I probably should have put on my list.
Which
but I'll
one's that?
Should probably mention it at the end in case it's on somebody
Okay.
else's list.
I think the next one he's going to say is Ocean's 12.
And then Ocean's 13. Then Ocean's 8.
And then Ocean's 8.
No.
I sense a pattern here.
And then the original
For
Ocean's
Jason.
11. Frank Sinatra.
Sure.
Oh. Okay. What's your number 5, Blake?
All right, top 5 favorite criminals in movies.
Mhm.
At first, I thought this was going to be hard.
It's not.
And then I started going, oh, what about this guy? What about this one? What about this one? What about this one? Then it got really easy, and then I realized I had enough and a couple honorary mentions, and I stopped.
Okay. What's your number 5 then?
So my number 5 to start it off with would be Jack Nicholson's Joker.
More of a villain, but
Nope,
okay.
he's a criminal.
Yes.
He's a criminal.
That's
He
fine.
can be a villain and a criminal at the same time.
Doesn't have to be an anti-hero.
Yeah,
That's
somebody
fine.
like Darth Vader is a villain, but he's not a criminal.
No, because he's enforcing the law.
Yes, he
not
is the
breaking
law.
it.
I am the law. Sorry, I'm Judge Dredd. I am the law.
No,
Okay, go
he's
ahead.
not on my list.
What's number 4?
My number 4 would be Josie Wales.
The Outlaw?
The Outlaw.
Well, yeah. It's in the title. Jeez.
In the title.
That is a good one, though.
You know, I remember seeing it as a young adult. I'm like, it's okay. But as I got older, and I watched it a couple times more. I was like, I started to like it more and more.
Oh, it's Josie Wales.
Yeah.
Good job.
If I were to see Josie Wales right now, I would tell him the war is over.
My number 4 is Red, played by Morgan Freeman from Shawshank Redemption.
I had Ellis Redding as a honorable mention.
Red, who was very similar to what he looked like in the book.
Yes.
Why they call you Red? Because of my hair.
Irish.
because of my hair.
Number 4 for you, Jeff.
Number 4, I picked Frank Abagnale Jr.
That's my number 3. Put it on the board.
I stole your number 3.
From Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can.
I really enjoy that film.
I am Frank Abagnale Jr.
I am Frank Abagnale Jr.
I haven't caught that movie yet.
Oh. At the end of the movie, they show where apparently in real life he went on to tell the truth.
Oh, yeah?
And they kind of had 3 people there claiming they were Frank Abagnale Jr., and they talked about all the stuff he did.
Cool.
It was fun.
I like that movie a lot. Well done. Well done. And Leonardo DiCaprio did a great job with it.
Yes, it's one of the better roles I think Leo did.
Yeah. Number 3 for you, Chip?
I'm having number 4 for me.
Whatever.
Number 4 for me, this guy is a thief
Mm-hmm.
and a statutory rapist. We'll go Larry Kroger or Pinto from Animal House.
I don't know how to go wrong. Keep going. What's your number 3?
My number 3, this guy played in the California Penal League.
I didn't even think of him.
Ricky Vaughn.
From Major League. Good call.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Feel like a banker in this.
I feel like a banker in this.
Want me to go outside, kick the shit out of him? No? Okay. We wear hats and sleeves in this league.
Veg head himself.
That's a good one, Jeff. I like that one. I didn't even think of him. Good.
My
Jeff.
number 3, I picked Jake Blues.
From Blues Brothers.
Yes. Not Elwood, though. Just Jake.
Just Jake.
You like the one who eats 4 fried chickens
versus
4
the-
whole fried
four-
chickens and a Coke.
Versus the one who eats
White bread, toasted.
toasted. Yeah.
My number 3 is Frank Abagnale
Frank Abagnale.
from Catch Me If You Can. That was my number 3.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What's your number 3?
My number 3 is a pair of dirty, rotten scoundrels.
That's a good
Honorable
one.
mention. They made
Freddie
on.
Benson and Lawrence Jameson.
From the remake with Anne Hathaway and Rebel Wilson?
No.
Oh.
No,
That's
yeah,
a
I
good one.
got them down on my honorable
And
mentions.
I will also tie in honorary Glenn Headley's
Glenn
character.
Headley.
Yes.
That's right.
Headley. Just a man and a horse being hung. Why is there a cork on the end of your fork? On the end of his fork.
Oklahoma, Oklahoma, Oklahoma.
May I go to? May you go to the bathroom? Thank you.
I still like one of my favorite scenes is when they're trying to tickle him when he's pretending he has no feeling in his legs. He's in the wheelchair.
Tickle him and he's waxing him on his legs. You feel it? Nothing. Why are there tears in your eye?
What's number 2?
My number 2 actually is a character, probably my best Robert Shaw movie. 1976's, he played Ned Lynch in Swashbuckler.
Okay.
I don't know that one.
No, but it's a good movie. You should watch it.
I might think about it.
So Swashbuckler.
Yeah,
Is it on Netflix?
maybe. I'll have to go check.
It's on
Not
Laserdisc.
then, maybe on Vudu. But yeah, it's a great little pirate movie. It even has the guy that does the 7-Up, the old 7-Up commercials.
Is it better than Cutthroat Island?
No, it's better than Cutthroat Island.
Nothing's better than Cutthroat Island.
Thank a studio. Number 2 for me is Ken's coming to kill me. Otto.
Oh, that you're picking Ken.
No, Kevin Kline in A Fish Called Wanda. Asshole!
That's a good one. We were just talking about that the other day, and I forgot about it when I was making my list.
Yeah, I love that movie. So,
Yeah, man, that's a good one.
I love that movie. Why'd they name the girl after a car? Porsche. Yeah, I love Kevin Kline, and he won an Academy Award for it.
He did.
How about Vietnam? They kicked your butt.
And then he had to go to apologize.
It was a tie. The London Underground is not a political movement. I know. I looked it up.
And then he had to go apologize to the stuttering community after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kevin
I'm sorry.
Kline.
It's open for humor. It can be used.
I love Kevin Kline's character as Otto in it. So check out Fish Called Wanda if you have not seen it. Jamie Lee Curtis. So there you go. John Cleese.
All right.
What's your number 2, Jeff?
My number 2, I picked the world's favorite pair of drug dealers, Jay and Silent Bob.
They did do prison time.
And they sold drugs. I mean, that was enough to make my list.
Yeah. Jim, number 2.
Boochie Boochies.
Well, I thought about going with Dante Hicks, or didn't he?
Dante?
Oh, not Dante. No. Yeah, is
Dante
it
and Randall?
Dante. Yeah. Well, because they got arrested.
They got arrested.
Yeah.
But instead,
But those are trumped up charges. I
Yes.
mean, just because there was a donkey show going on in their restaurant.
so instead, I'll go with the members of the Clit: Justice, Sissy, Chrissy, and Missy from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
That's good. I like that one. What's your number 1?
My number 1. Again, he was put to death for his crime.
Ooh, serious criminal.
Serious criminal. Brian of Nazareth.
Life of Brian.
I'm Brian of Nazareth, and so's my wife.
Jeff, what's your number 1?
My number 1, it's a group of people because they all go together.
Ocean's 11.
Nope. It is the crew of the Serenity.
They are a criminal. Good one.
They're smugglers.
They lost the war.
Are you going to meet some of them?
I hope to meet some
Society
of them.
Comic Expo.
Or at least, hopefully, some of them at least have panels so I can watch the panel.
My number 1 is one of my favorite movies, V, from V for Vendetta. Because it went on. He's not a villain.
He's a criminal.
He's a criminal.
The hero of the story.
And Evie, when she's in that jail and reads that story, of her the cellmate next to her.
Yeah.
That is seriously some of my favorite.
You cried, didn't you?
Yeah, the first time.
Is she
I
an
still do sometimes.
Is she an emotional vampire?
She's not. That scene, that 20 minutes 20 minutes is some of my favorite filmmaking. I love that. When she goes outside into the rain and that, oh my God, I love V's justification for it. That is some of my favorite filmmaking ever.
Now, do you agree with V's justification?
For what he was trying to do, sure. In his mind, he was correct.
Well, in his mind, he's correct, but in your mind, is he correct?
I think it's a little extreme, but it got her, Evie, to where she needed to be. So
brainwashing is okay in Jason's book. We got that.
Isn't it coming to fruition with the European Parliament elections this past
down the hall. Down the hall. You can ask 365 Flicks.
Yeah, do they like their new overlords?
Well, they didn't like the old ones, so, I mean...
Meet the overlord, same as the old.
That's right.
What's your number 1?
My number 1, of course, is a smuggler. Han Solo.
That's a good one.
Thought about that, but if I was picking a smuggler, I would have picked Chewbacca.
Well, I almost put Han Solo and Chewbacca.
You can. You can still, if you want to. You
I
can
still
do it.
Hobie it?
Yeah.
You know,
You can answer if you want to, too.
They were accomplices to each other. Yeah, that's right.
They were a team.
They were a team.
Okay, honorable mentions.
Leon, the professional.
Oh.
That's a
Butch
good one.
Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
They were criminals?
Yep. How about...
Who would have thought starting the movie by robbing a train would make you criminals?
I know. Especially fun-loving criminals. Also, Samuel Jackson's Jules.
Samuel L. Jackson in half the movies he makes.
Pulp Fiction. Well,
Jules
just this
Winfield.
one.
Oh.
Yeah, Jules Winfield. And then that's all I got. Then I quit. I said I got enough for a list.
I had Bill Murray as Grim, the clown, the bank robber in Quick Change.
Do you hate us?
I like Bill Murray in it.
Wow, okay.
I got the Joker in Dark Knight, but I go back and forth on that one.
I don't go back and forth. I don't know, for some reason, just was too obvious that I didn't go with
Well, that's
it.
why he's honorable mention. I love him, but I didn't want to put him in there because I figured too popular. Anything for you, Jeff?
Well, yeah, like I said, I had Ellis Redding, Freddie Benson, The Amazing Yen. Those were all mentioned. I had Yvette in Clue. And when you started talking about George Clooney, I forgot about Ulysses Everett McGill from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Jim, anything?
He is the paterfamilias.
No.
Okay. We had a lot of good responses. Hackney. He had Vincent Vega and Jules Winfield. He had Herbert McDonough. I don't know. Henry Hill from Goodfellas.
He was a bitch.
Bill the Butcher from Gangs of New York.
Yep.
And Mr. Blonde. Reservoir Dogs.
Mr. Blonde.
Honorable mentions, Danny Ocean, Doug McRae, Baby, John Coffey, and Derek Vineyard.
Baby? Like from Dirty Dancing?
I don't know.
Jim and I were discussing John Coffey. Not a criminal. Convict, but he didn't commit a crime. He was wrongly accused.
I'll give you that. Let's see. Kevin at Cincy Explorer, he said, I stuck with movies I actually saw. Peter Gibbons. Danny.
Oh, was that... Isn't Peter Gibbons, is that Office Space?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Danny Ocean, George Clooney. Annie Wilkes.
Misery.
Yep. Nurse Ratched.
From One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
And the Joker.
Wait, is she a criminal?
She wasn't nice.
No, but she didn't...
I don't think she broke any laws.
She didn't...
She was a nurse in
She
a
bent
mental
them.
institution. She was the law there.
I am the law.
Yeah,
She's a villain, yes. Criminal. Well, she probably did commit crimes because most people who work in nursing homes are probably committing crimes.
Stop it.
So like the guard and the warden in Shawshank.
Yes.
They could be criminals.
The Joker in The Dark Knight was his number one. He said, honorable mention, the iceberg in Titanic.
Didn't do anything wrong.
He made a smiley face. He was just kidding.
Oh, because I'm going to say the iceberg was the hero to begin with.
The iceberg was the
And it was in international waters, so whose laws would it have been
I
breaking?
mean, it helped end that god-awful movie.
Doug, number one fan.
Oh, no.
Ryan Johnson. He stole 2 hours from me with the crappy Last Jedi.
I like that one.
Do ya?
Yeah, I do.
Shut up. Chris Richardson.
You didn't have to read that, Jason.
I know, but I did. From 365 Flicks podcast had Daniel Sun from Karate Kids trilogy. Owen Davian from Mission Impossible 3.
Do you got a wife or a girlfriend? I'm going to find her, and I'm going to kill her.
Unfortunately.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Owen Davian.
All Ethan had to do in that. All Ethan had to do in that movie was give him some cocaine.
All Ethan had to do was not have his name be told. Ethan, stop it! Oh, you just told him it. Ethan, it is, huh?
Hans Gruber, Die Hard.
Oh, he was a criminal.
Mayor Vaughn in Jaws. And AIDS in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Didn't commit no crime.
Uh,
No crime.
Anyways, Jared Mills had 5. Vincent Vega from Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
Jules Winfield from Pulp Fiction. Hans Gruber, Die Hard.
Yeah.
Oh, Jared, you're awesome. Castor Troy from Face Off. I want to take his face.
He wasn't even the better of the Troy brothers. Pollux Troy was the better one.
You know the characters?
Yeah, because they're named after Castor and Pollux of Greek myth.
But it just
Brother and
makes me
sister of Helen of Troy.
It makes me happy.
Oh, okay.
Makes me happy. And Joker from The Dark Knight. Dev.
And weren't Castor and Pollux also in the
Thing?
It's a good story.
yeah, Catching Fire?
Oh.
They weren't with their
Oh,
tongues cut
yeah.
out.
Yeah, they were. Eldon Henson and that other guy were the cameramans or whatnot.
Okay. The Replicants from Blade Runner. Clarence Bodicker from RoboCop.
Okay.
Sebastian Cain from Hollow Man. And I think that's the only time we'll mention Hollow Man on this show.
I like that film.
Wait, was Clarence Bodicker a criminal? Wasn't he the guy in charge?
I don't know. Tyler Durden was from Fight Club.
Yeah,
He didn't even exist.
And I do like...
Spoiler alert. Sorry, Michael Liao.
I do... I like this new thing we're going to do with Michael. And Cy Parrish from 1 Hour Photo, Robin Williams' character. That was a creepy-ass show, and nice job there, Dev. I like that one. He also honorable mentions Cyrus the Virus from Con Air and Castor Troy.
Just to get under my skin.
Love it.
It worked.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Bad idea of the week. Number 722.
Castor Troy.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I can move it up higher than 722 if you'd like.
363.
Cyrus the Virus.
There you go. Those are your bad ideas of the week. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. It's not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Addendum. Names for the show. Jeff, what we got?
Let's see. What do I have? I've got Pudding Pool. Jello Wrestling Gone Wrong. Spoilers.
And spoilers.
Sorry we destroyed your pottery. The City of Baynark. And Not Enough Kang. I think that's all I had.
Sorry.
So Jason likes Sorry We Destroyed Your Pottery.
Jeff, you got anything?
I had I reject your hypothesis and not my Aladdin.
Not my Aladdin.
I was enjoying my burnt tips. It's Sunka Studio. Meet the Overlord, same as the old. But I like the pottery one. Sorry we destroyed or
Sorry
burnt?
we destroyed your pottery.
There you go. Change approved.
Do you like it better than City of Brainark?
Yes.
Or Baynark?
Yes. Because I'm going to use that for my next book. He's from the small town of Baynark in Mississippi. It's a small town, has 2 stoplights, one over on Elm Street and one over on Laserby Lane. I do declare that day he came out of his mommy's vagina, and he was...
God, I was intrigued until then. I'm like, let's see, Jason's got a story going. Let's see where this goes.
It's a lot of cane.
Can't make it 2 minutes into the story before ruining it.
He came out with a full head of hair and 16 toes. Doctor said, well, I ain't never seen anything like that before. And his mama said, neither have I. His father was a moss man.
So 16 toes, was that 8 on each, or was like 5 on one,
16,
and
15 on
another?
one and 1 on the other.
It had a really big toe.
Called it Bitey, the big one.
Oh, well, thanks for listening.
You've been listening to Hobie.